Good evening, everyone. I am back in the DM's chair, as you can see, and welcome to another episode of Malt and Magic. As we gear up for this episode, let's quickly recap the journey so far, so to speak. Now, I'm not going to do the full recap because they did that last week, and if you've not caught that, go and catch it. It's live on YouTube right now, and podcast, of course. But yes, after confronting the Fey Lord of Winter and securing Callum's freedom, our party found themselves back in Union City and headed towards the Ebon Mirth, a familiar ship that they had once travelled on, or at least two members of the party had travelled on previously, to then go and plot their next course through the ever-twisting paths of fate, shall we say. So regrouped in Union City, the party delved deep into their tangled web of leads, discussions, leading them to realise that there are still a number of crucial tasks left unfinished in both Stonebark Village and Dryad's Gate, including the retrieval of potentially key items. Amidst the strategizing, Jewel brought to light sort of the lingering threats of the bounty or whatever it is that is on the party's heads by the Serpent's Cloak. So with resolve, the party now plans their journey towards eventually Elinor, aiming to confront and settle their scores once for all, but with the eventual target destination being the Crystalline Isle. Yet before our adventurers can set sail towards their daunting tasks, or could set sail towards their daunting tasks, there was a moment of personal triumph that unfolded live on air and shocked the shit out of everyone in a heartfelt reunion. Cavan and Mara's journey took a joyous turn, with a surprise proposal marking a very celebratory close to the night. So tonight we join our heroes as they soar through the skies, aboard the Ebon Mirth, hearts light with recent victories, but minds burdened, or occupied, I should say, by the challenges that lie ahead. Join us as we dive back into the action, exploring new lands, old lands, facing maybe old adversaries, unravelling new mysteries that very much bind the fate of the party. There are always our content warnings that apply. This is an adult stream. There may be themes that are unsuitable for everyone. If you do find yourself struggling at any moment, please take that moment to step away and rejoin us later. There will also be a significant amount of adult language and adult humour. You have been warned. Let's roll.
Hello.
Hello.
Oi, oi. Hello.
So there we go. Yes, of course, there is a blank screen at the top there, because Danny is taking a well-earned break after trying to keep everybody on track last week, as is Danny's way during the recaps. So
He did a fabulous job keeping us on track.
He did, indeed. I watched it from my hotel room in Rome, so I very much enjoyed it. Cool. Before we descend into chaos then, let's run down the line up. Fucking hell. Line up. There we go. Run down the lineup, and there's your first F-bomb for you, Tom.
That was well
I am
sooner than 4 minutes.
I am Matt. I am your Dungeon Master for this evening, and most evenings I will also be playing the sidekick characters of Callum, Takami and all of the NPCs aboard the Ebon Mirth and anybody else that these fuckers decide to throw at me.
Mace. No.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. Hello, everyone. My name is Dave, and I am playing Jewel of Shadows, the female Tabaxi rogue, who I've just realised I think we've spent, I don't know, is it like a week away from the village, her village, and then they'll be going back. This is brilliant. Even though it feels like to us 6 months, but hey, happy days. Hang on a minute. Hello, I'm Danny. No, we can't really do that.
I wonder
That
if
wasn't
it
even close
feels
to
like
Danny's
to
voice
us,
either.
it was like it was 6 months because actually it has been 6 months, hasn't it?
I actually think it has.
Since we've been to Stonebark.
Before summer.
Yeah, it's been months and months. Cool. I am Tom, the father half of Homie and the Dude, and I'm playing Cavan Buckland, the newly engaged human barbarian paladin, and I am full of glee and bliss.
Oh, how delightful. I'm Bodhi, the son half of Homie and the Dude. And I have 3 cups of water tonight as opposed to my usual 2 because I'm feeling dehydrated. So let's crush it tonight, guys.
Rapidly trying to figure out the significance of that one.
Just be what it be, buddy. And just be what it be.
Indeed. So then, yes, let's begin. You have spent a well-earned evening of revelry aboard the Ebon Mirth, celebrating engagements, victories in the city, and as you rightly sort of called out last time, it is the first time realistically that the Planar Detective Agency have gone somewhere and genuinely, and this is not a slight on anyone, genuinely walked out of a city knowing that you have made it a better place. Like, you've been to previous places like Stonebark where you've helped, but have you actually solved anything there? You're not 100% sure. In Union City, you know directly by destroying that Cathedral of Sin. You have brought renewed purpose to the city, renewed purpose to individuals, and renewed joy to the city.
Yeah, let's not discuss
man.
any of the previous places than Stonebark Village or Dryad's Gate because we just fucked up the entire time.
Thalyssa with a
and
murder
also
charge.
We just left them with screaming messes. They were just
We definitely didn't
Billowing smokes behind
kidnap and torture anyone previously
No,
in
absolutely
places. That
not.
wasn't
Never done that.
That's
No.
not
Stacey
our
under
modus
martial
operandi
law.
at all.
Yeah.
Numerous murders under the proclamation of self-defense in Union City. Hey, what the fuck, dude?
Self-defense. The amount of times it's just self-defense is hilarious.
I kind of feel that this is exactly the kind of morning discussion we're all having on deck.
And it probably started with that conversation from Romeo where it was just like, so Joel, tell me what you've been up to then. I've not seen you in ages.
Oh, well, I don't really know where to start.
Why not start at the beginning and then we can go from there?
And then we do, and it just goes along and along like that. He just gets progressively more like worried, depressed, and horrified all at the same time.
Yeah, the eyebrow just raises more and more and more and more to the point where it's just like, do you know what? I'm good. I'm good. You do you. I don't need to know anymore. Torturing people, not my bag. What?
That was one time. Edgious says as he walks
Honestly,
past
it was
carrying a
not
crate
our
of
funniest
something.
moment, in all seriousness. However, if it makes you feel any better, he really did deserve it.
Yeah, they
Moving
always deserve it.
very swiftly along, a lot of the trees around Stonebark are going to be make it quite difficult for you to get any near the land. Are we going to be okay? Do we traverse down rope ladder? You have done this before, I hope?
Parachutes, skydive.
Me personally?
Well, just...
I don't tend to leave the ship
I
harboring.
know
when
you
I'm not
don't, but
controlling it.
you dropped people off at awkward spaces.
Willingly or unwillingly?
I'm sure unwillingly they find their way down very quickly.
No. All jokes aside, yeah, there's a rope ladder. We can throw just standard ropes over the side, or hell, I once saw somebody actually fly and sort of float down, which was interesting.
I mean,
you know what,
I
suppose I could do that,
don't
but-
know whether it would be of any use, whether you can maneuver in this way, but there is a quarry you may be able to moor up next to the edge. I am not sure whether that is going to be viable, size of the ship and so on, but either way, I'm sure we're going to find
I'll
a
make
way.
it work.
I elbow Edgious, and I say, well, let's ask Jewel to ask Romeo if they have the plank, so we can fucking, before we rope down, we can walk the plank and just fucking, you know what I mean? It would be kind of cool, but not die, What do you think about that?
I mean, it sounds like what if we attach some sort of natural rubber? I'm thinking like a latex cord around our ankles, and then around the plank, and we plummet down to the bottom, but don't quite hit the ground. Come closer than you would want to be comfortable with. It's really a stupid
Almost
thing that could be done. And you touch the ground and then just ping, back up and then bounce
Right
for a
back
little
up.
bit and then I really actually I've never seen what happens after that point. All of the stuff on that I've seen about diving off of things with cords usually kind of ends after they've jumped. That's the cool bit, and then I assume you get reeled up, or they just cut the cord or something.
Cut the cord, yeah.
Did you know that the first 30 people to try bungee jumping didn't complain?
I didn't know that, Jewel. I didn't. When did you? That's an amazing bit of knowledge.
What's a bungee? That
Also,
sounds
hang on a minute.
incredible.
Edgious ties a bungee rope to his ankles. I guarantee you that his body hits the floor and his ankles get catapulted 400 feet up above the ship.
This is accurate. This is accurate.
Absolutely brilliant.
Look. I'm willing to take the first dive, because I can bamf though. Callum and Edgious punches Callum, who's walking past. Callum here taught me. Callum taught me how to bamf, didn't you?
Bamf?
I'm gonna teach you how to
Bamf.
fucking not hit your friends in a minute. Honestly, dog.
Well, it was a gentle tap. Maybe
You've got
these
really
weights are
bony
working.
knuckles. Did you know that?
I reach in and I
suppose.
I punch Callum just a little, just tap him, but a cabin tap into the solar plexus. I'm like, come on.
You should have bamfed, Callum. Callum, why didn't you bamf? That was your mistake. You should have bamfed. The thing you told me.
Definitely should have bamfed, darling. I'm gonna go move a crate.
You're doing a great job today, Callum. It's great to have you back.
Yeah.
buddy.
Thank you.
Lex, you're really quiet.
Just walks over to the side. Next minute, Lex is currently not on deck because, as is true Lex style, he is down in the engine room with Dis, and they are just nerding out, reconnecting wires, tinkering, moving gemstones here and there, and occasionally the ship sort of does a little wobble as they fuck around with the power output in places. At one point, you actually drop 10 feet and you just hear Romeo sort of reach for a speaking horn of sorts and just say, Dis, if you don't stop fucking around, we're going to have serious issues up here.
All three of us are getting that little ping of excitement from Lex. And there was ooh.
Oh, yeah. Totally. Do you know what? Ever since Lex went down into that engine room, it's like he's on, what's it called? Shatter? No, it's called crevice? No. Oh, crack! That's what it's like he's on. He's on crack.
Yeah.
He's certainly
every
getting
now and again-
very excited about working with all of this.
Yeah, for sure. It feels in a weird way like he's home. Are you guys getting that feeling almost that might also be you as well, Jewel, as we're getting closer to your home. There's mixed signals going on right now. It's kind of confusing,
This ship is, has some fond and also not so fond memories for me. However, for Lex, I think a much greater connection to the ship and certain members of the crew. I think he is definitely feeling like that. I mean, I am certainly enjoying our ride this time more than last, so very much so feeling better. And you have to admit, the view is quite beautiful.
Wait, you mean last? You mean on our fucking moose? Guys, what the fuck did we do with our mooses? Our meese? Our
mises.
Our mises?
Our mouse.
Snap cut to Union City. Outside of the Ar's Hearth, there are 3 moose tied up. 3? I think that was 3. 3 or 4.
3 or 4.
No, they are all shit-faced drunk because they've just been fed ale for the last week.
Because also, didn't we leave them with... Oh, no, that was Drydsgate. I was trying to remember where we left them with a...
Oh, no, they're no longer with the Grumpy Druid.
Oh,
no,
they're with
Rurik. In the outside the Ar's Hearth, just tied up, and every time somebody comes out with a drink or food, they're just handing it to them. So these 4 moose are just sort of legs splayed on the floor, and they just sat with that look of, I am so wasted.
One of them is definitely turning to the other like, whoa.
Watch when I do
Hold
this.
me, Jerry. Hold me, Jezebel. The world's spinning.
Jewel, when you say Lex like might have a connection with a member of the crew, like you're not meaning, like I just got engaged and Edgious has been dancing around.
Okay, I know where
That's
you're going with this.
exactly.
I have to admit,
Yeah,
Lex is hard
No,
to
go.
read in those respects. You know what I mean? So look, I'm not saying he is not doing that, but as far as I understand, it is more friendly interest. They both have the same interests, and he's happy to spend time with them. I do not know whether that is... Do you know what I mean? I don't know when it comes to Lex whether that is... like you and Mara, I don't know. I'm afraid...
Cool,
I'm a little bit afraid to ask.
If we set this up so Lex was heavily in a relationship with Lex, wouldn't that be cool?
I'm going to get a message from Danny in a minute saying, fuck off.
Oh, you mean like if we, maybe we get some candles, a little table?
A blind date.
Yes.
Well, it's not
yes.
really blind date. They know each other more than we...
Yeah.
But
No, I was thinking we blindfold them and make them try different exotic foods.
Do you know,
and stuff, and it becomes like
I
a
think
whole
there is a
it's like
restaurant
not
in
about looks
Thailissa
then.
that does something like that. You have to like rub, like metal and sandpaper while you're like eating a chicken. It is all very weird, quite expensive.
I'm
And
Lex would
so
love that.
glad
Lex
you
would love
finished that sentence, darling, because if
well-
you have to go down into the dark room and just start rubbing things, I mean, I'm game. I'm absolutely game.
I mean, I know that
bet
some
you are,
people are
Calvin,
enjoying
you
that. I'm sure that is another
filthy
part of
bastard.
the city, I believe. More red lights, if you understand my meaning.
I
As
thought they
Callum
changed
says
it
that,
to purple.
I look down at Callum below the waist and I see a little bit of a flinch, just a little bit of a flinch when he says I'm game.
Pitched.
You just see him sort of hugging himself, just like, leave me
Look.
alone.
I have one thought. I do like the idea. I think let's definitely set Lex up with a date. I think that's a great idea. But I would speculate this, guys. Does he love anything more than like fixing like technology? Like I've never seen his like trousers get as wet as when he does when he's like touching some cogs or some shit, when he's like not cog
Actually
the
cog.
thing, like actual. But I mean, I don't know what him and Cog do in their spare time. I have thought many times, are they a couple and we're just seeing like a dysfunctional relationship that has some clear abuse tendencies going? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, this is so hard to read, and like I don't even know how you approach that with a snake person and a machine. It's like it feels like forbidden love, but also at the same time like really beautiful. And I'm struggling to get my head around it. I'm not sure about you guys.
You know, it is quite nice in the last few days to have the hardest things for us to think about is, Lex's romantic engagements and not horrible priests we have to slaughter. So this is nice. Weirdly very
Hey,
nice.
that was self-defense.
Self-defense, absolutely. We need to have that on some sort of like a brand, a badge,
Back of our business card.
Maybe on the back of our business cards it just says, remember, it was self-defense.
Takami would probably wander up at this moment. You're all idiots. I'm just going to say this right. You're all fucking dumb. Like, what are you even on about?
Yes.
What would you put on the back of the card then? What would you put on Takami?
Contact details?
Well, that is actually quite a good
That's
idea.
a fucking good point. That's actually a really good point.
We've been passing cards around Enowith for weeks, and no one knows how to contact us. It just says.
That's so
There's
true.
no details.
Takami's just there, slow clapping.
I'm sorry, but we are clearly so popular that it is not going to be a problem. Jill says with a massive smile on her
Absolute
face.
masters of business right there. Like, absolute masters.
I was thinking about this. Two thoughts. Jewel, I'm going to need your help with one of them, and then I think we should also kind of like devise a little plan of approach for my second one. The first one is, Jewel. I would like you to forge. Remember how you forged like a letter ages ago? But
Yes.
recently we just got that actual certificate from Union City of like, you guys are legit detectives, like all this kind of stuff.
Yes.
If you can forge or like at least create like a version of that when we get to Dryad's Gate, we could put up in our office in Gibby's tailor shop, then we can then our branch is officially open in Dryad's Gate. Now that leads me to my second point, and guys, you're gonna like this one. I think when we get to Dryad's Gate, I think we hold interviews for detectives to run the Dryad's Gate branch. So I think as part of our Dryad's Gate, we first of all, we settle up the ring thing. We go see Gibby. We go see that old lady whose name I cannot remember. Then once we've done that, we maybe say hi to Brom. No, she's going to live forever. I'm sure of that. She's gonna lift Mjolnir when it comes to that final scene where we're fighting Klein, the big bad. Trust me, it's gonna be crazy.
Walks out with a Zimmer frame. Will you fuck off?
I can do this all day.
Anyway.
Yes, I would be more than willing to give it a go. We just need to get some parchment, and I will write it out.
And
I like it.
I was thinking for interviews we could go with 2 bad cops, 1 good cop.
How about when we get to Dryad's Gate, we put up another notice, which is we are hiring, and leave it at that.
But I mean, who's going to interview that? Like, hiring doesn't mean that there's anyone to work, Jewel. Like, what? We leave the poster up and then just it gets dirty or covered over?
No, we again, and Takami, this is a very good point, we leave our contact details or where they are meant to leave their application.
So maybe we leave like a sending stone with Gibby. People can go in and we can hold remote
If we
interviews
arrive at
over
Dryad's
sending
Gate,
stone.
how are we meant to get the word out that we are hiring and that we want people?
Do they have some sort of, I don't know, town crier or anything like that?
What's it?
Or a newspaper?
I mean, lots of people are emotional, Takami.
some sort of bulletin board or something.
What's emotions got to do with this, Takami?
Yeah, it's kind of
What
sad.
the fuck are you on about?
You said
town-
I
crier.
meant like a town
What do you mean?
announcer, like somebody who walks around going, hear ye, news of the day, this person fucked a goat. I don't know.
I mean, did we see one of those when we were in Dryad's Gate, guys? I don't think we did, but also it was a weird time.
There would be that kind of thing, I'm sure. I think we can ask Gibby, but I think that we are going to have to give it time, set a date for when we are going to be available. These are all, I think, ideas that are going to be useful.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I think what we
yeah.
should do is let's buy
The-
a sending
the
stone,
next,
leave it with Gibby,
The next,
and then we can do a remote interview.
yes,
and it's
the
sorted.
next full moon or something. We can say this, and therefore it is a ways away off.
Well, I mean, like, if it's a remote interview, we can take it anywhere, anytime. You know, like, we're in the middle of battle. Hey, this is Edgious Bones. Whoa, tell me about
Oh,
your
you are-
credentials. How
you are
many,
going-
how many
you-
mysteries have you solved?
You are going
know,
to do
like-
that 25 words at a time. This is going to be extremely exciting.
You know
Well,
what? That actually would
I'm pretty
hone
good
down the pitch.
at
So
counting.
it's just elevator pitch, elevator pitch, elevator pitch. I like it. I do like that actually.
That's actually a
'cause you
great
just-
idea. They have 25 words to sell themselves
Yes,
to us.
yes, yeah.
And I have a feeling that some other worldly entity that is going to have to invent these people to come and do these interviews is going to really love the idea that they can only they can only
I
pitch
nearly
in
spat on my
25
whiskey,
words.
you bugger. You little shit. I nearly got whiskey all over my...
I'm just gonna fuck with you every couple of weeks now, and just the sending stone's gonna play. Hello.
I'm applying for the interview.
Yeah, it's going to
Just
be.
the
It's like
plan
right, you know, on Edge's turn, it's going to be right. You're firstly roll a wisdom saving throw. You're about to get a message.
Distraction mid-fight, yeah. Anyway, as you're stood sort of having this discussion, you're stood next to sort of the main mast, and what's changed since you were last on here, Jewel, is that there's a fairly sizable arcane gem next to this mast as well, which begins to glow, and then all of a sudden there's just this surge of arcane energy, and standing in front of you is Crodmar Runeseer.
Remind me who Crodmar was.
Crodmar
What the fuck is
Runeseer
a
is the
Crodmar?
dwarven lookout who spends most of his time up
yes.
in the
Oh,
crow's
Crodmar.
nest.
Yeah.
Crodmar, why did you announce yourself using your full name? That was very strange to just do as you appeared somewhere.
As Crodmar sort of
Crodmar
shakes himself
Runeseer.
out, he just looks at you and goes, "What the fuck are you on about?"
Crodmar, that was very impressive. Were you up on the crow's nest just now?
Hey.
Can you
Ow.
bamf?
How did you
I
get
lay
down?
down.
That is wow.
Oh
Yeah.
yes,
And you
the
upgrade?
new bit. Well, Dis did some more stuff with the stuff that we bought, and now I can just, rather than having to climb, I can just.
And
Does anyone understand a
and I'm
word
there.
he's saying? Does anyone understand a word he's saying right now?
yeah,
I'm,
yes,
I'm
Edgy,
so
shush,
fucking lost.
shush. Of course I do. Look, don't
What
worry.
accent is that?
Don't worry about it, Crodmar. It is. Oh,
What
dear.
region is that? He must be like from
From the
Cornelius
north.
Really
past,
interested to
or-
see how quickly we can scatter bones across this deck.
Oh,
I reckon
please
it's
do.
jumped. You know that really
Crodmar,
jumped? I reckon it's jumped.
the first few times that you
It's
the first few times you did that, how many times did you end up below decks until she got it calibrated?
well, I've not ended up below decks as such, but I have landed on my head a couple of times coming out.
That explains things.
At least they got it
Or just
fixed in the end.
upside
But
down, or
may I not try it now, but may I give
I like
that
my
a go?
egg sunny side up.
I'll
What?
have more alcohol brought. We had a good time last time we were up there.
We did, very much so. By the way, you can't see
I
from
start
up there.
climbing up.
Are we getting near Stonebog Village? Do you know?
Oh,
I
so
start climbing
yeah,
up.
you raise a good point. That's what I've come down to say. That I
Oh.
can see. Looks like a clearing with some sort of well in the center. There's
yes.
something strange and glinting down there. But yeah, we're rapidly approaching Stonebark now.
I'm halfway up the mast. I'm like, that's Stonebark. Yep, I see it. He's right. That is it.
You know, you could have just touched the gem.
I keep climbing. It's great. The
Oh, he's
views
pretty
up
fucking
here.
nimble.
Incredible.
He said,
Big
hold
guy
on.
that is.
Kevin, he said, hold on tight because you might fall.
Oh no, I got this. I've got good grip strength. And have you seen these? And I just kind of make a gesture with my forearms and my buys as I'm climbing. Fantastic. Edge, come on up here. Let's
Jewel will go and press the gem and see what happens.
Dave, roll me a D100, please.
Marvelous.
okay.
I love it. Right, trapped there. 66.
66. That was a roll to see whether there was going to be some sudden arcane surge, and Cavan was all of a sudden just going to go. But no. So Jewel touches the gem while Crodmar's just trying to speak to you, and you and suddenly appear in the crow's nest. You rolled a 60-something, so yeah, we'll count the same percentage roll. You land fine. It's almost like a misty step, but you haven't had to expend your own energy. As then Cavan sort of just climbs over the top.
I'm just waving, going, hello.
Jewel,
Now, this crow's nest has grown. It's grown slightly, but it's still very small and can barely fit 2 people in, and that's a dwarf and a tabaxi.
Yep.
So as Cavan sort of climbs up, it's gonna be a tight squeeze.
Hey, little room. Just I just
But yes, no, ow. Careful. Ow.
Yeah, my arms are burning. They're burning right now. I need to get over it. My arms are starting to lock up, guys. And I reach and I grab the top of the crow's nest and I kind of pull myself up. Space. Suck it in a little bit. And I roll myself in.
Crodmar at this point just sort of looks up. Well, I'll go tell the fucking captain then, and wanders up to where Romeo is.
You have a good day, sir. You're awesome. You're great. As he walks away from Edgious.
Kevin, maybe we should take the gem way down this time.
Yeah. Should I turn sideways to you? Because this feels uncomfortable, front to back. I don't like it. It's not great. I'm just gonna try to turn.
Oh, what?
In the back cleavage.
That's a little bit better. Oh, the views, Jewel. Look at your village. Have you ever seen it from this? Incredible. There's your house.
Mate,
I was
good perception checks, both of you.
What's that? Perception. Oh, I got advantage on it as well. Nice.
That advantage on perception should only apply when you use your new feat.
Cool. Not that then. 21.
21. Like you fucking needed it.
I just, well, you know, we'll see if we can get better.
As I get a 7, I say, I think I see mace. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's mace down there. Or a rock, or...
At this point, Cavan's looking the wrong way, and you look down, and you can see sort of like the graveyard area, which is brightly coloured as the sun sort of reflects off all those painted stones. You see that central well, and then you do see something large and metallic seemingly moving about. You get a rough sort of impression you think that might be mace. And then you feel sort of the hair stand on end again as there's another arcane surge, but this time the ship begins to just slowly descend down. And you begin to hear a number of screams as well.
Whoa. But this is going to be quite interesting because yes, I'm pretty sure that no one in the village has ever seen a skyship. Admittedly, this was one of the few of that I have seen. So yes, it's going to be quite interesting. Perhaps, Gavin, we need to get down and prepare to jump ship. Not, but kind of literally, maybe.
Yeah.
Shall we use the gem this time, maybe?
The gem?
Press that, and I grab his hand and just shove it against the gem that I can see.
So, there's this moment then where, Cavan, your hand connects with the gem, and it's just like a static shock, just... And you are then... roll me d20, please.
That's 17.
17. You sort of explode out of this gemstone at the bottom and stumble back. You're on your feet, but you just stumble backwards. Like, what the fuck? As Jewel then sort of bamps through, and then you hear a flash at the top, and sort of just this... Who you could have fucking waited for me?
Is now
Mars back up the top.
So, did I go with that flash? Am I still up there? What's gone on there?
There was sort of this crossover moment where you went down and Crodmar went up. So yeah, you two are now down here, and Krobmar's just at the top, and you hear the clinking of glasses, and a bottle cork just flies down and boom, boom, boom,
God damn it, I missed
lands
the
on
drinks.
the deck.
Well, it is only morning, I guess.
You got to try that Edge. It's incredible. Like not just the views, but the whole up and down, and like it is cool.
Look, I understand, like we're all in good, mentality, and we're all having fun, but I'm a changed person. I'm keeping watch now. And Edgious leans on the edge of the ship as he pulls out a hip flask and begins drinking, and then puts it back in his pocket, sharp as a blade.
Speaking of blades, Edgious, this sword you're getting from Papa?
Yes, your gracious papa, as you so call him. I asked, and then he offered to make me a like super sick buster sword from like the legends. Like those. Do you remember those legends that were prophesized? They called them the Final Fantasies, was kind of what they were calling them. And they talked about various warriors carrying ginormous blades that could be. I asked him for something like that, basically.
At least you have the physique for one of those.
Oh yeah, I've been wearing these weights.
So.
Sorry, what was that, Takami?
Never mind. She just walks off laughing.
So, okay then. Well. Ready for that?
Have you guys? Yeah. You little spat situation there, Edge. What's going on there?
Nah, it is quite normal in the initial games of a relationship, I think. Don't you think, Evan?
Yeah. I mean, the ups and downs and the twists and turns.
I believe, we haven't talked about it, but I'm guessing that her family are from the East, because she has that kind of dry, sarcastic sense of humor that kind of comes from, being across the pond. And I definitely get the feeling that she's from the East.
I mean, at least our the humor that we all bring is just gels well with everyone. None of us is dry in any way.
Oh, of course, no. All of ours is like
we fit in, just wonderfully everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. Everyone loves us. Like Planar Detective Agency, people are like, "Oh, that's my favorite company in my
Loved
city."
everywhere. Yeah.
Yes.
I just need to.
And
I don't
then,
know how to
of course, they
reach them,
think,
though,
where the hell are we going to get in touch with them? But
Yeah.
Oh my God! I just thought of a slogan. Planar Detective Agency. I'm loving it.
Yes.
Seems a little cheap.
How about Planar Detective Agency?
Does seem a little on the nose.
Every little helps.
Planar Detective Agency. Just do it. Just do it. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's pretty fucking good.
I'm sorry. I still like it was self-defense.
To just do it.
I'm just
It was
self-defense.
actually self. Yeah, I think that's the best
Yeah,
one.
I think it's the best one.
It's versatile. It's versatile.
How close are we getting? Where's the ship getting to? Are we hovering over
At
now?
this point, you can see Vala, Semphra, Tyragar, and Romeo stood next to a rope ladder. Like, you guys ever gonna shut up enough to go down, or?
Oh,
God,
Can we just touch the jewel? That would be cool if we could just touch the jewel and just be like down. That would be awesome. Like, is it possible? Because that was so cool. Like going up and down was like whoosh, and then like whoosh, and then I almost fell overboard. And I was like, oh, so like that would be. I don't know. Is that possible?
I mean, I can push you off. Is that what you were asking? I don't know.
Vala's gonna lean into Romeo. Can you just let me shoot one of them?
Sorry. We made you dinner last night, and you're wanting to shoot me? What are you gonna shoot me with?
She just two pistols out.
You really had to ask that, Edgious.
Take your
That is
pick.
so crazy.
Is that a crossbow? What is that?
No, it's in fact, I need to get my accent right for Vala because she is distinctly posh and British. These were sort of made for me, actually. Dis is quite good at making them. They're firearms. They're not necessarily new. They were brought from... Funny you mentioned the East, actually. like far out east, the kingdom that returns, the technology leaked from there.
Isn't it like Nylon, the kingdom of Nylon, where they have really stretchy things?
Edgious, where on earth did you learn all of your stuff? It
At
is
this point,
nailing.
I think Romeo is just going to grab Edgious and just go, time for you to go first. Ties a rope to your ankle.
Edgious will, as he's going down, he will then misty step out of the rope at the last second and then just land on the ground, feet up, as he like bows in front of the village and is like, I'm back, and looks up and
Romeo's looking over the top. That actually wasn't half bad. Anybody else got any cool shit?
Yeah, I'll go next. Is it just a regular knot around my ankles? How do you do that? And as I'm kind of pulling the rope up.
Could just use the rope
Whoa!
ladder and climb.
I go.
I think that one might hurt.
Whoa!
So you jump up.
Not.
Suddenly knows how
me-
to tie a knot really quickly.
Make me a straight dexterity check to see if you can tie this knot quick enough.
10 plus. That's a 12.
So you get to
gonna
the stage
get
where you
50
do
points of
tie the
bludgeoning
knot,
damage.
and then your shoulder just hits the floor, but the rope catches at the same time, so it's not the full impact. You are going to take some damage just for being.
Ow. That was not.
You're going to take
That was
8
not-
points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh. That hurt. Oh. Edge, can you just untie? Can you just untie that? Fuck's sake. Oh.
Just a cabin swing in under the ship at this point.
Edgious will can I test out my new bow, Matt? To try and sever the cord with my new bow?
Absolutely can. As this is swinging, make me an attack roll, please.
It's going to go
Hurry up,
straight
Edge.
through his
Fuck's
ankle.
sake.
Stop moving! Shut up! Shut up! I need absolute silence. I need absolute silence. Shut up! No, shut up!
You arrive in the village so bad.
Fuck. Oh god. Actually, that's not too bad. It's a 12. That's actually okay.
Oh, God.
It's a 12.
12. So there's a moment where you shoot this arrow off and it spirals through the air, and almost in slow motion you go, oh, that's going to hit his ankle. And just at the moment, like the rope goes taut and you catch the edge of the rope, which very quickly unbinds, and there's sort of a half a meter or so that drops with cavern to the floor. You just hear Romeo shout from the top, "You're going to have to pay for that one."
Oh, I've already paid twice for it. Ah. Oh. Fucking rotator cuff. Jesus.
Jewel is going to take the ladder. But will say, because she's a cat and they love climbing trees and shit like that, 100% climbs down, basically head first.
Face first.
Yeah,
brilliant.
just like at a speed, bearing in mind she has a climbing speed of 30 feet, a speed that it does look like it's almost not free fall, but like running, just straight down the rope. The rope doesn't have chance to like wiggle and get out the way as she's coming down this rope ladder.
Yeah, because you've got climbing speed and all of the feline capabilities, it's just a... Vala's just there like, I am so very envious of that agility. She's so... and then looks at Callum and Takami. Well, it's just you two now, dears. Are you ready? And Callum's just going to sort of... For you, darling. And as he blows a kiss... Misty steps and appears next to Edgious, still sort of hand off, and then goes, yes, how are we?
His hand that was off will actually be between my bowstring as I was like retesting the thing. And I'll let it just catch him on the fucking arm. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, Callie. You just bamfed here, and you bamfed right into my personal space where I was holding my bow too. It's like you're trying to tickle my chin or something.
I really wish you just left me in the Feywild at this point.
Now, don't be saying those kinds of things, because I traded something really important for you. Don't you forget it, buddy.
I understand, darling. I understand. Takami, you... Oh, fuck me, she's fast. As Takami just monks it down the side.
Jewel is heading straight
with
for
all 6 of her arms.
her house.
That was hot. That was so hot to call me. I mean, good work. Everyone's safe? Okay, cool. I'll check the perimeter, or something.
Lex, fucking, are you coming? What, was Lex coming?
I was going to leave them up there. They were having a good time.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. So they're gonna just wait.
I don't think he's coming. We'll look after him. Don't worry.
Wait, was that a double entendre? Were they trying? Valor, did you mean like the whole?
I would assume it is a double entendre because.
Well, wow, when Jules says it, it just sounds right. You know,
what
when
did
Jules
you
says that, it really sounds right.
It is weird. We did not actually come up with the particular phrase. It doesn't actually make any sense in our.
Is it not
language.
Drymerian?
It is, but no, it isn't. It is a formality. The words are, but not the phrase. If that makes sense.
So it's a bastardization of the language.
Absolutely. I went proper British there.
Absolutely. I feel like you're mocking me now, dear.
Oh dear.
What is up, Sternbark? We are back.
House.
How is everyone? Detective agency, planar in the nature. What's up?
There's a number of Tabaxi guards who are there with like blades on their wrists, just like. It's these lot again. We're all good. You're fine. No danger. Come out. Jewel, make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Fantastic. I like that. Dex saving throw of... what is that? 17.
17. Might be useful. I've actually brought up the fucking character sheet. But anyway, to keep things moving smoothly, there is a... and you hear this whistle of a stone as it just goes... and you just duck out the way at the last minute. And you just hear Bronze go, God damn it! I was so close!
The stone continues flying and hits Edgious in the back of the head. Ow! Who threw it? That's
Jewel, you just see Bronze go... Ooh.
With incredible agility and speed, Jewel will fly towards Bronze and take her up into. Well, no one is. Can you know all of those like spinning hugs? So just like picks her up and they just spin around together. Oh, again, very very close and well done for hitting him. You can do it again if you want.
Really? And she pulls out another stone and it's just there like.
Just no. Oh. When he's least expecting it. Preferably when he's drinking.
I mean, does he ever expect these things?
No. Also, I will buy you something if you get his eye.
But he doesn't have eyes.
I know.
Oh, you want me to try and wedge it in the hole?
It would be... I just want to hear it go cling, 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 cling. Just...
Okay. Okay, you promise?
Yes.
Excellent.
Where are our parents?
Well, Papa is still at the forge. He's been there like all week. Apparently some big project for
Edgious, yes.
That's the one. I forgot his name. And Mama is, well, studying books.
Lovely. I'm going to go see my mom. Are you coming with?
Okay. And she just grabs your hand and then pulls you along.
Above table, question. I know something happened at the end of Dave's origin story.
Yes.
Now, was that something that happened in present timeline? Or was that something that happened before we met?
No, it happened like as we
that's
were
present
like in the dungeon, sort of. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
shit! You need to go back to her grave, Dave.
Well, I don't know that. That's the problem. So, I'm not going to necessarily think of going.
That's fair.
I have some ideas, by the way, but like again, I'm trying not to fourth wall it. We're just here.
I'm sprinting towards Mace, who's got his back toward me and hasn't recognized that we have arrived. And as I get to him,
Mace is berating some guards at this point.
Yeah, I just what do? I do a English football like hard yellow card tackle to his ankles, or to his. Does he have ankles? Metal ankles? Whatever. Just to kind of take him down in a.
I mean, he was missing his foot, but you now notice there's a replacement foot as you go and aim for that one.
Yeah.
You're about to kick an adamantium leg.
Yeah.
He's got
I just say, coming in hot, Mace, coming in hot, as I make contact.
Very good. So he sort of turns at the last minute and sees you sliding, and there's just this thunk.
Ah, shit! You're supposed to go down. You're supposed to like fall and be like, "Oh, that sucked, Gavin, but that was funny, Gavin. But why isn't that happening right now? Oh, my fucking ankle.
That just seems wildly inefficient, dear boy."
Oh. And I look up to him and I say, "Hey, man, it was fucking great to see you." And I just try to punch him in the leg again.
He just grabs your hand and sort of pulls you up onto your feet. Pats you on the head, gives you 4 points of healing. Or 8 points of healing. Or all of your hit points back, whatever you've lost. It's like, ding, ding, ding.
I say to him, got so much to tell you, but we're all here. So why don't you come back and just say hi to everyone? And I'm limping as I turn him around to see everyone.
Just give me 1 second, dear boy. And he turns around and goes, "You are not supposed to run off when the danger comes. You're meant to be front and center with blades out. What are you doing hiding in the trees? Honestly."
Sure
Paragon looks down grudgingly on all of you. And then turns and...
That robot's got some sass.
All of our NPCs have sass. Every single one has sass.
I think it's just me tonight, generally. I apologise.
Viewers and listeners, if you couldn't tell, we're all in a very giggly mood. We don't know why.
Yes, we're all in a weird mood today. I guess it's because it's episode 69.
That must be it.
Yeah,
lol,
that's
nice.
what it is.
All those things.
Lol.
70
Very
minus
good.
1.
So yes, Mace follows you back and sort of says hello to everyone. Jewel, Edgious,
Sup?
Hey, Mace.
newcomers.
This is Takami, my and looks at
We're
Takami
dating.
as if wanting to like work out what label to put on it.
Takami just looks you dead in the
Label
eye.
schmable.
No, continue. I'm really interested to see what you're going to do with this.
The legendary warrior of Kumaryu, who has many energy arms and pow, 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 pow. And then that's Callum. Wait. Oh yeah, no, we didn't have it. Callum has a big dick. That's Callum.
Fuck me. Takami's just like, yeah, so I'm Takami Ito, Defender Kumaryu, and apparently the latest addition to this bag tag bunch of fuck nuggets. And Callum's like, yes, I am Callum Verfleur of the Feywild, I guess. And apparently I have a giant penis.
Yes, you do. Good. Yes, you do.
He's going to blow his sorry brains out if we just keep saying that that's his only quality. Like, what the crap?
Bronze at this point is probably looking at Jewel going, why are they talking about his penis so much?
It is very dark humour. Adult humour.
I thought you were going to say his penis was very dark. But no, okay.
No, only if you... No, I can't say that in front of you. I'm so sorry. No, God, it has been crazy. Oh my God, this last
Go
week.
see Mama.
Yes, I'll just get you away from this conversation.
Jewel and Bronze disappear into the Of Shadows house, where as Bronze sort of opens the door, Mama, look who's here! And Dream just sort of turns, Jewel, my dear, it is so good to see you. Come here.
It is felt so much more than a week. Oh, it has been crazy. Oh, it is good to be back, though. How has everything been? I'm guessing... Well, how has it been?
It's been quiet.
No more shadows?
There was talk of one strange shadow, but we've not seen anything since, so we just passed it off as maybe a hallucination or just something. Now we literally trolled the whole village and nothing, so...
Okay. Well, okay. No, that is fine. Good. I am glad.
Indeed. Your father has been busy.
Yes, for Edgious, I bet he's enjoyed relighting the furnaces for that.
There is a renewed glint to his eyes, shall we say.
I have to say,
vigor to him.
Union City is quite a unique place.
It is, yes. I should have given you a little bit more warning. I assume you have been busy.
Very busy. It is a lovely place, and I do very much like it, but I must say I am glad we grew up in this village. Shock as it may be to go to all these cities, but no, I like it here.
It's country life is, or forest life, I should say, is much more slower paced and fewer assholes.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, we seem to have brought half a dozen today.
Oh, Edgious is back.
How astute you would know. Yes, we are. I think we are all just very happy that our work in Union City went well, and we have finally have a path to be working on, instead of chasing our tail and trying to just fix what we find. We have a direction. It is good.
Good. And the problems you are trying to solve, I hope they are closer to being solved now?
It is so difficult to tell, but we are on their trail, I think, a lot more than before. Closing the portal here was one great step, but we now know a good deal of who is behind it. Also...
Well, small ripples, big waves. Sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
I now remember. I remember Mayonora and my childhood with her.
Ah, yes.
Did you know that she
Poggia.
had put some sort of memory spell on me to forget?
Did I know? No, but the way you almost killed her when you saw her, I assumed something had gone on and she left so quickly the same night that you also left so quickly. Coincidences are not something I pay much attention to. There's always some join, some connection somewhere. So
I did not know what was happening back then. Can you remind me? Who took her away? They said they would help her.
Well, yes, they were these blue-robed mages of the Crystalline Isle. They are known every now and again to venture... excuse me, frog in the throat. Known to venture forth every now and again and seek out those of great power. I I was once approached myself, but didn't pass the relevant tests.
Well, if Mayanora's experience is anything to go, well, maybe you were wise to.
I am not 100% convinced that she fell in with the right crowd while she was there, if that makes sense.
DM, does Jewel, is that connection to the blue robes very similar to what they saw in their normal one? That's not like a completely different colour, that was very much crystalline isle-y.
Okay, so the blue robes are very much the crystalline isle, mimicking the blue mana stones that are everywhere, and give the crystalline isle its name.
Lex and I did see. We did not see it at all. We have heard rumours that there were almost groups that splintered off from the main body and were doing some darker dealings. So perhaps that is the connection.
Where power is involved. I guess where power is involved, there will always be those who use it for their own purposes as opposed to the benefit of others.
Absolutely. How has Mace been? Useful here?
Oh, super helpful. He is revolutionized the guard. They are, well, apart from the 4 individuals who I just saw getting a bit of a telling off because they ran into the forest when the ship came. But
admittedly, the first time a skyship has any come anywhere near this village, I kind of feel bad for them.
Well, yes. I mean, we have seen them traversing the skies every now and again. Not often they pass overhead. It is very rare, if at all, that they ever descend down towards the well. And given the past week, or last week, it's understandable.
It makes a lot of sense. Lovely. Look, considering everything that happened last week, Prawns, do you mind not staying with staying around here? I think it is something I would like to go do to go to Mayanora's grave and just, I don't know, talk to her. Now I know I knew her.
That would be nice, yes. I will look after Bronze. Obviously you know where it is, so...
Yes.
Go. Say hello to your father on the way out.
I will, but I'm sure that Edgious is going to be bending his ear for a while, so I shall head off first.
It's okay. Very good. As Jewel then disappears out and heads towards Mayanora's grave then, Cavan, Edgious, what are we doing?
I am wanting to go see Paige, but I just want to pop my head into the cabin and just wave to Dream and Bronze and say, hey, just here to say, hi, we're back. As you know, the Jewel's back, and I just run over and just give him a big hug, and
Dream give you a hug. She goes, for a moment there, Kevin, I thought you were just going to run and disappear on me.
Well, I do want to, because Edgious is going to go talk to Paige, and I did want to talk to Paige as well, but I just wanted to say hi, and I've got so much to say to you. I have so much news to say to you that maybe Jewel has filled you in on some of it, but if not, I'll fill you in on the rest of it. Can I just have 5 minutes or 10 minutes to just kind of go with Edgious?
You go and do what you need to do. I will...
So
I'll
happy
have
to
lunch
see you.
Prepared for us.
Yes, and then we'll absolutely catch up. We'll be right back.
Go.
And I just back out.
Go.
And I kind of catch up with Edgious.
Edge.
So, Edgious will kind of get to the forge. I can imagine there's
You hear the
clanging, and fire just bellows, blowing fire, and all that kind of stuff. I'll I'll look to Kevin and be like, I'm probably gonna be a while in there. But everyone deserves their own experience. You go in first. I'll watch the door, and then you cover me when I'm in there, just in case.
You mean like there's danger that we're going to be ambushed, or what are you talking? Like,
I just mean,
like, dude,
look.
If you want to have your time with Paige, like, dude,
no,
just talk.
I'm gonna have my time with Paige alone because it's important that I get that. But I would say this: what I'm saying is I'm gonna watch the door because shit has changed recently. We now know that we're on the tail of people, and we just need to be smarter. And I'm just trying to get your back, man. I just want to make sure that no funny business happens while you're kind of having your moment with Paige. I know how much he meant to you as like a, I don't know, like a father figure or something.
No, I get it, dude. I let my guard down. I need to keep my guard up. I got to be better with that. So, sure, I'll go in first. I want to say hi to Paige, and then I just have a little thing, and then we'll just make the tag, and I'll come out and I'll stand guard if you want me to.
Sounds
like
good.
if you want to. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, please, like, please watch my back. Like that would be dope.
Yep. And I just like give him a fist bump. See you in a minute. All right. Pa. And I creak the door open to the forge, and stick my head in. Hello.
And you can just see Paige is there smacking a hammer onto a blade. Looks like a short sword of sorts even.
Oh, hello. Paige. Hello. It's me, Kevin.
Come in.
Yeah. We're here. We're back. Jules here as well. Jewel is in the cabin, just saying hi to Dream and Bronze and everything. And we're all here. And I just come up to Paige, and I kind of reach out my hand, but also kind of like think about whether I want to hug him but I know he's kind of weird with that, so I'm in between with a little bit of a bro handshake hug thing.
He grasps sort of your forearm and then pulls you in and gives you the typical sort of bro hug and then lets you go. Welcome.
Yeah,
back.
it's thanks. Yeah. Edgious is outside as well. Yeah.
Oh, good. I have something for him. So
he's been waiting. Like he's been talking about for the last week. Literally,
he's messaged me twice in the last week.
Yeah. If I had my sword, blah blah blah, I could do so much more with my sword. Like it's just been endless. It's been like non-stop. So I'm sure he's gonna be really happy. So
Let's hope so.
Yeah. I just had a little something. I don't even know if you do this or not, and we can talk about it like later. After we catch up with everything. But do you do anything like finer, like littler, smaller, like round, like smaller things that are like, like more precise, almost like jewelry stuff? I know you're just like clang, and it's like swords and hammers and stuff, but like, like
I've been making candelabra for the last 19 odd years. So yes, I have made all sorts of fine items. I have made sort of couplets and nuts for bolts. You said jewelry. Kevin, are you looking for a ring?
Not just a ring. It's I'd like to, and I'll pay for it. Absolutely pay for it, Paige. I want something of the hardest metal that you've ever worked with, forged in 2 rings. One that's kind of, and I hold out my ring finger. One that's about that size, and then another one that's I don't know her. Well, I think I could probably get the other size, but yeah, one that's more
Kevin.
Yeah.
Take a breath, boy.
Yeah. I want it to be
This
beautiful.
Sounds like
Paige.
you have happy news.
Yeah. I got engaged, Paige, and she's my dream, and she's in Union City. But but I can talk to her. We have this like messaging system, so I can probably get the ring size and so. But back to the thing, like, what would you say is the strongest, like literally, the strongest material that you've ever seen? That's what I want.
First of all, thank you for the raid and welcome. Second of all, well, actually, funnily enough, there is a rare material of the world. Some know it as Mana Stone, some call it Wrath Strike. If we imbue that into steel and iron, then it makes a very, very formidable metal. It's actually what they used for Edgious' sword.
Wow. Yeah. That's it. That's what we want. And I will give you a deposit now, and I will just tell me when, and I'll make my way back to get it, and I'll give you Mara's ring size as well. Her name's Mara.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Call it the wedding gift.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you all about it, Paige. I just I wanted you to make this. I wanted you to make it because it's special, and so I'd be honored if you would be able to do that.
The honor is very much mine, Kevin. Deeply honored to do this for you. And Mara? Blackveiled?
Yeah, Mara Blackville, that's her. Did you know her?
Well, I knew of the Blackveil family, and
Insight
you
check.
picked a fine bride there, Kevin. A very fine bride.
Yeah.
Eskimo,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, she's it happened in a weird way, and it was very spontaneous, but it's right. It's absolutely right. So, yeah, I don't want to take
can
up
tell.
any more of your time, Paige. Thank you. Yeah, it's. I'll catch you up on all of it. I promise you're gonna love. It's been a busy week. We've gone through a lot.
Come here,
a lot.
boy.
Yeah, I'm kind of flustered right now. I'm just like.
Pulls you into a close hug at that point. Well done.
And I feel things settle down a little bit. I almost feel like Paige's heartbeat settles me down a little bit. And I just say, I'm glad to be as much home here as anywhere that I would call home. And I separate.
You all have a home here, Kevin. And so I'll hold you back. I am very, very happy for you and Mara. This calls for extra celebration, I think. Go ask Dream, my dream, not your dream, my dream, to pull out some of the elvish wine, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want this, like, there's a lot going on, so I just want it to be a little thing. I don't want it to be like, like that type of, and as I'm backing away.
This is no mere little thing. This is a big, big decision and a big life choice. Milestone moment.
Yeah.
Embrace it. Enjoy it.
Okay. I'll tell Dream. I'll see you soon. Edgious is right outside. I'll just go snag him real quick, and I'll be back soon. Actually, I'll be over there. Not back, because you guys will be here, so I'll be over there, and then they'll... yeah, let me just go. I'm going to go now. And I back out.
Okay. And
Goddamn.
Paige just stood there with a short sword sort of resting against his leg. He picks it up, places it back in the anvil, and just chuckles to himself. Edgious.
I turn to Edgious.
Edgious is there, and he's got a blade in one hand, bow in the other, and he's like, and it's just like kind of like whirling about, like spinning shit around like a madman, basically.
Holy fuck, dude! What are you doing right now?
Oh my god, you scared the life out of me. I was so focused on like making sure nothing like jumped out at me, like.
Yeah. I think he's. I Dude, I fucked that up like 7 ways to Sunday. But anyway, he's ready to see you. He's happy. He's like really happy to see us. And so I'll just go back to the cabin and I'll see you in a little bit.
I put like fist against Cavan's chest and I go, hey, chill out. I can feel your anxiety with the fucking stupid stone. I can feel it. Chill. And we'll kind of tap you on the chest as he walks past you.
Fucking legend. Yes. Yes.
Just walk past, and as he opens the door, he's gonna look back at you, and just bro connection, just that homie fucking connection. As he's like, watch the area. I've heard there's bears around, and then closes the door behind him. Edgious will turn to face the forge, as he will fold his hands behind his back as he saw the master of Kumaryu do many times,
Matsumoto.
Matsumoto, and he will just stride across towards Dream.
Paige.
Paige, sorry. Yes, my apologies. Yeah,
all good.
That's the other direction.
Which twat made it
they're
really
both
difficult to
panther-like.
remember the names of their parents? Such an idiot.
I'm in a dream because I'm getting a cool sword, and
Yes.
that's all that was happening.
That's very fair. Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Well, let's turn the next page of this story then, shall we? There we go. Boom.
Oh.
Very good. So, Paige is just there with a short sword, and it's just sort of actually almost rubbing what looks like oil across it now to preserve the metal. And is just going to look up, see you. Ah, the most annoying voice in all of Enoweth, I see.
He will walk up silently to him and will bow, waiting
Paige.
to come up for him to address me. I will stay bowed until he addresses me.
Paige will sort of see this and places the short sword down and takes a side step and steps back and just sort of bows towards you as well. Edgious.
Edgious will raise up. Yes, Sensei. Well, I mean, like, kind of. Paige, father. I mean, wow. I'm doing a Kevin now. I can feel it. And Edgious will. No, balance.
Smooth, dude. Smooth.
Balance. And he will just almost look within his own mind. As he looks to the inside of his own skull and reads the words on the inside of his skull: justice, love, skill. As he just repeats those in his head over and over again.
You finished, I assume.
Yep. Hello. Thank you for having me. I'm honored by you doing. Thanks.
I don't know why I keep having to say this to you, all of you today, but breathe. Just breathe. In.
Yeah, I've been like building this up to be this like super epic moment in my head, and it like, you know, like I was just like expecting, you know, like candles and some shit, like, you know, like I don't know, but like this is, you know, like you're awesome. Yeah. You're right. You're totally right.
Kneel.
That's what other sensei said. He would always say shush.
Kneel.
Edgious will lower himself, placing hands on hips, and lower himself onto the ground. The warmth of the furnace around him feels like the embrace of a mother. Something he's not had for a very long time.
Paige turns around and with those muscular panther-like arms lifts up a large wooden box and sort of carries it and places it between you and him, where he then sort of hikes his trousers up a little bit and kneels down and places his hand just on the tops of his thighs. Are you ready for what you are about to receive, Edgious?
I have never been more primed in my entire life. I have done like lots of soul searching in Union City. Weird, I know. Backward ass place to do soul searching, but I have. And yeah, I'm fucking ready.
With that, he reaches towards the front of the box, which faces you, and flicks up a little clasp, and then pulls open the box. And there is something in there which is probably almost like 1.5 meters long, good foot wide, covered in cloth. And he just takes this silk cloth and whips it across, scoops his fingers underneath this large blade and just sort of lifts it. And as he lifts it, you can see the muscles in his arms bulge as he then raises it up and just sort of bows his head to you.
Edgious, as Dream lifts his head up, he just sees Edgious like, just
Fucking box, this is really heavy.
sorry. And will reach his arms out and will kind of place one hand around the guard, the grip of the blade, and one hand underneath the flat of the blade, basically.
And Paige sort of helps you with it, and you feel a clear 100-pound weight worth of metal here. The blade, thick and long, is made of this dark steel. And as you look at that dark steel, there are the faintest blue and purple veins that seem to bleed throughout the blade itself. As we get down towards the crossguard, this is made of more standard iron but polished into a mirror-like shine. And there is a skull motif in the center where the tang of the blade is inserted into the hilt, if you like. A black hand and a heart, in fact it'd be a double hand grip, which is wrapped in black leather, which ends in this pommel, which is not huge, just opens out into a sort of teardrop shape. But this again is made of dark metal, but here it's polished, and you can see those blue and purple veins a little bit more prominently in this, and they seem to shine like a gemstone as opposed to metal.
Can I add one final thing?
You absolutely can.
Can I say that there is white stingray skin underneath the wrapping to give that kind of ridged samurai-like look to the wrapping and come through all of that like dark blade, darks, like, you know, it's this gorgeous white through that, basically.
100%.
Edgious holding it is gonna be like, oh, it's so cool. You got my face on it and everything. That's so sick. Oh my god. So cool.
Paige struggles to keep a straight face in this quite serious moment. It's just they're like, you asked, I have made. It has been a long time since I have performed bladecraft. Thank you for giving me a purpose once again, Edgious Bones.
Edgious will rest the blade on his knees and exhale deeply.
I have also made straps for you to carry blade on back. So it takes them out of the box as well.
Thank you, Paige. You have to know that my path has changed. Though the objective is the same, the path I walk is altered drastically. I intend to kill those who have done injustice across the lands, those who have wronged me and others. And you might laugh, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to kill some sort of fey god as well with it, which I'm kind of excited about, but also scared.
No,
I just
they
want
are
to
not
know.
gods. But sure, carry on.
It's magnificent, and clearly the metal is stunning. But do you think it could slice a god?
In the right hands, Edgious. Any blade can make anything bleed.
Edgious is going to look at him and give a smile. I've got something that I'd like to show you. Something I've been working on.
Okay.
Edgious will unclip the weights on his left wrist, unclip the weights on his right wrist, and as he puts them down, Paige would notice a audible thud to these weights as they're placed onto the ground. As Edgious will do the same with the weights on his ankles. He will then stand up, grab the hilt of the sword, lift it vertically, before then grabbing it with both hands and looking on the side of the blade towards Paige, winking, and whipping it round his head with an ease that a man with no muscle should have no right in doing. A level of control of a blade that a man who has never swung a blade of this strength should ever have. As he begins twirling and making these big, wide, sweeping movements, every now and then adding a thrust in, bringing down with like a chop, and just kind of dancing around this forge in front of Dream, as he then brings it back around and stabs the point into the ground before kneeling back on the ground and clipping the weights back upon his wrists and his ankles and looking at Dream dead in the eye. Paige, fuck's sake. Paige dead in the eye.
Paige has a sort of half grin on his face. This will do well, I think. There is but one final task for you and this blade, I think.
Yes.
Every sword of note should have a name. I have not given it one, as it should come from you, part of your personal journey. Name your blade, Edgious. Own your blade. And when the time comes, use it to fell evil.
I shall do so for all of Enwith, and also for you, for Jewel, for Cavan, for Lex, for Takami, Mace, Cog, and even Callan. As he kind of moves his hand up the blade, no flesh to be cut as he runs his thumb up and down the razor sharp edge of this blade. Paige, I lost something recently. I lost the most important thing that I had. The blade is going to be called Heron. It's going to be the Heron blade.
There is a subtle breeze throughout the room, even with the door closed. And Paige just sort of looks. I think the universe agrees, Edgious.
Thank you, Paige. I'm not sure how long we're planning on staying, but I know Cavan could use a good chunk of your time, as could Jewel. I've taken enough of your time over the last couple of weeks. I appreciate you infinitely. And the final thing I ask just before I leave, and I'm sure you'll totally understand this, and I hope this is cool, but can you help me work out how to put that tangle of straps on my body? Because that looks like a bondage harness, and last time I wore one of those I got trapped for a couple of days. So I could really just use a hand if you wouldn't mind.
Paige then sort of chuckles and takes the straps and helps you, and they sort of loop underneath your arms and then go across your back. So it doesn't actually cross the chest as such. It crosses down at the lower back to provide support, sort of just behind your neck, and then there is a mechanism for essentially the blade to just slide into this leather sheath that doesn't cover the full blade, but covers enough of it to keep it secure. And as sort of... Go.
Can I ask a question? Would it be a pop, a pop sheath, almost pop it open? Mm-hmm. Because if not, Edgious will take one of his arms off to give himself enough length to actually then put it down the back, lower his arm down, pop the arm back in, and then lower the final bit of the blade into the sheath, if it's not a pop.
So the way Paige sort of shows you and explains is he's built this mechanism. So while it's closed, it's like a metallic clip hinge essentially that keeps everything secure, and as you then pull it, releases that to allow you to swing the blade up. So you haven't got to do the bit with your arms, which is funny, I appreciate, but just for ease of use, you've got this proper clip hinge. And he sort of helps slide the blade home and then stands and looks at you. I think I got the aesthetic right.
Edgious will kind of walk over to a pail of water that's used in the quenching process of blade making, and will kind of check himself out. New blade on the back. He can see so it's almost like this 3 points coming off his back. You've got the hilt of the blade of Heron. Then you've got his defender Wakizashi on the other side, and then his new bow on the other side, and he looks like fucking Simon Pegg walking into the fucking town at the end of Hot Fuzz. And he looks so fucking sick, dude. He literally, there's a small Edgious inside of Edgious that was a kid that just wanted to be this person. And he's so fucking hyped that he somehow became this person, because it seemed so out of the realm of reality when he was, studying to become a detective and, working within that kind of field. It just didn't seem real. Next to the pail of water, he's going to notice some thin strips of metal, and look to Dream and go, can I steal these as well?
Why not?
Edgious will slide one strip into the weights on his wrist, one strip to the right on his other wrist, and one on each of the ankle weights, increasing the weight drastically. He will go over to Paige and will place a hand on his shoulder and just say, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I'm a bard of quite some. I will be of quite some note one time. I just hope you know that I'll never leave you out of the story.
It is not my story to tell, Edgious. It is yours. As for losing what is most important to you, I do not doubt you have lost something that means a lot. But look around you. Look at all those names you listed. All those people you care about. Who care about you.
Even Callum?
I do not know Callum, but I assume so. I would say what is lost has allowed you to find something new. And even though what you have lost may be gone for now, doesn't mean it is gone forever.
You know what? Jewel once told me that you were like one of the wisest people that she knew. And Edgious takes a wide step back. But that was some serious fucking knowledge right there, dude. Hell yeah. I'm not going to forget what that. I'm going to make sure that when I recite this tale, it's going to be like word for word. I'm going to remember that shit. That's fire. Dude, God damn. How do I have the best senseis, man? Mr. Grumpy Pants in the Mountain and my cat dad. Like the sickest senseis. The sickest senseis.
Not sure I appreciate the cat dad, but sure, whatever. Look, you have Blade. Get out, it's lunchtime already.
Hey, no beef here. And Edgious will extend a hand for a handshake.
And he does the same with you as he did with Cavan. He sort of takes your forearm, but then just pulls you and then pulls you into a hug. Use it well, Edgious.
For justice, love, and skill. And he'll release him.
Flame on!
Paige bows once more as you then exit out of the room. I think that is a perfect moment for us to take a short break.
Oh my goodness me. That is so cool. Oh, that's awesome.
I love how we went from absolute batshit stupid shenanigans to that moment.
The best.
So well done. Nicely balanced, folks. There we go. Right, yes, we'll be back in a few minutes for part 2. Stick around, and thank you once again for the raid. We'll see you in a few. Hey-o.
Hello.
What?
We are
What?
back.
Yeah,
We've
back
got
in
a
the
few item bits in the background now. So the Heron Greatsword is now in Edgious' inventory. Ready to
Thank
go.
you. Thank you.
So yes, once again, thank you to the raiders. Thank you for sticking with us as well, those that have. Very much appreciate it. Top up my whiskey.
Always a good idea.
So, following the gift giving, or the sword giving ceremony, I should say, Edgious, you step out, and as you sort of begin to walk, you're a little bit like, this is really fucking heavy. And it is heavy on your back.
It is. The weight of justice weighs heavy upon the shoulders who carries it.
Yep. It's like 2 Callums.
Fair. I like it. It's like 2 Callums. Poor old Callum. Callum would see you sort of walk out as him and Takami have just sort of wandered over going, oh, yes, Edgious. Sorry, is this where we're meant to be? What the fuck is that sticking out of your back?
Well, wouldn't you like to know? Well, you're just going to have to wait and find out. You're
That's
just going to have to wait and find out.
Kind of why I asked, darling, to be honest.
Well, okay. Look, so I put in like a kind of like personal order with Jules' dad, who's a fucking legend, both literally and figuratively. Bada bing, bada boom, here we are. This is the Heron Blade, and Edgious tries to do like a sick, like unpop, like swing, and it doesn't quite work. And he's like, shit. And then like he eventually unpops
Make me an athletics check, please.
I was gonna say, 'cause he's got his weights on. He fucking struggles. Oh, that's pretty apt. That's man. When the dice tell the story, the dice tell the story. That's a 10.
That's a 10. So you go to pull it off, and it sort of comes off, but then you just sort of and it falls to the side.
I will like push it into the ground and be like, "Yeah, I meant to do that,
darling."
And then I'll lean on it.
Sure.
Meant to do that, totally.
Takami's
Stuff
just
with
gonna be
you?
there like, so, lunch, I'm assuming, by the... God, that smells amazing.
Oh yeah. Dreams cooking is it's often mice stew or like rodent based things or fish. For some reason they like fish. Often milk is like the weird chosen drink of choice here. I don't really know what that's about. But it's like I'm not sure what
Fucking
they're
bags of
milking either. I've not
Dreamies
seen a single picture.
Those weed,
Well,
those
like,
weed ones are the ones that are in like this special jar.
But yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be good food. Usually it's tasty with a capital T for Stonebark.
Awesome. Cool. Kevin, you look mildly distracted. Are you okay?
I'm great. Yeah, I'm great. I saw Paige as well. Similar, bada bing, and then my appetite's. I'm ready. I'm ready to. I didn't realize it was though like real mice, or is mice like a word for like other stuff?
Well, I mean, last time, that, when we had that, like, it almost was like noodles, and I was like doing that hand gesture behind my butt, and you were like confused. That I was trying to like signal that those were tails. They were like small tails. They weren't noodles. They were like mouse tails.
It was tasty though. Like it was like open. Let's keep minds open.
Yeah.
Mouths
it was
open,
great.
And
hey, I'm not complaining. I'm a skeleton.
I mean, he has no issue keeping his mouth open. That's for sure.
Oh.
It's shutting him up with the
ow. Like, you guys, do you need to talk? You two,
grins and
you
just
need
sort of gives you one of those friendly nudge on the arm, Edgious. Just sort of that friendly punch on the arm. Come on.
As she
Introduce me
touches
to
him,
Jules'
Edgious...
mom and dad.
As she touches him, Edgious is gonna go, "Ugh." Oh, sorry, no, it's just you go, "Ugh." No, sorry. Oh, I'm just fucking with you. Let's go eat. Come on. And he puts arms around Cavan, round Takami, and then like lays a finger on Callum's shoulder.
It's nice to be included, darling. And you all enter into the House of Shadows. Whatever we're going to call it. At some point, we're going to have to give a name for this building. But yeah, we cut across then to Jewel, who sort of slowly in this moment, you've been making your way over towards where Mayanora, Katrana, and the other villagers are buried. What are you doing?
Walking along, I'm reminded how nice it is that there are very colourful stones around. Remarking that when they came in, that was one of the most beautiful areas of the area that we could see through the trees, and really liking that they all get to rest in such a beautiful place. A beautiful place in a beautiful forest. And so are walking along, looking out for both Katrana's and Mayanora's resting places. But is last time was to speak to, or to say goodbye when she couldn't say goodbye to Katrana, she was able to last time. But this time, therefore, it's to knowing Mayanora to then go back to her grave. So we'll look for that one.
Very good. So you do make your way past Katrana's marker stone, if you like, and just sort of silently pay your respects as you then wander on further to where the newer marker stones are. And you see sort of all of the villagers that perished in the attack from the portal and the shadow incursion. And then eventually you find the mark stone that denotes where Mayanora rests. What do you want to do?
Walking past all of those the graves of the fallen in the attacks, she doesn't actually quite know whether she says this in her head or whether she says it out loud in a low whisper. Your sacrifice came all too soon. I'm glad to say now that the village is safer. I hope you're all together and overseeing those who remain. She'll then sit down cross-legged in front of the grave of Mayanora and just sit and take it in, looking not only at the grave and at the stone, but also past and into the forest. Mayanora, I'm sorry you had to make me forget. I think I understand why, but maybe I don't fully. Maybe simply knowing that you did it for my best interests. Maybe knowing that is enough for me. I wish we could have spent more time together. I wish you could have come with me. It is so weird to know that I met you in Thalisu and you knew me and I did not know you. I'm sorry for what they did to you. I don't even know who they are. But I hope you will find peace now. I left here for Union City on a path of revenge. Do not think any less of me that I do not no longer go on in the path of revenge for you and the rest of them, but more of justice and balance. Jewel will start taking in her grave and the stones that were left, thinking of all the people who would have left a stone for Mayanora, and she's looking for her own as well. Looking around at all these colourful different stones.
Sure, passive investigation, please.
25.
Oof.
Now you look at these stones and you look around and you remember back to that period of mourning where you actually lamented the fact you didn't make her a stone at the time.
Yeah.
And then as you sort of think about that, something catches your eye and you look closer down these stones have been moved since they were first laid here. There is a subtle disturbance, almost as if they've been put back as meticulously as possible, but to your well-trained and perceptive eye, they're just slightly off.
With a similar investigation, would looking at the other ones around, would they look undisturbed?
Yeah, everything else looks almost as if, in the way sort of graves do, once things are placed and bedded down, it takes on a function and a form. This almost looks like that form has just shifted slightly.
Jewel, I think, would probably get up, but would feel a little... she'd stand up thinking, this is odd, why is anyone... What? Yeah. Why did someone disturb the you know... Were there extra stones they wanted to add? Were the ones taken away? Why is that? So would probably just think, maybe I'll go and ask if anyone knows if they've come back. So we'll start heading back. The investigation takes into the fact that the stones were moved, but does the ground underneath look disturbed as well? Or does that look fine?
We'd have to make more of an active investigation.
I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to say that I'll just go back because that would not make any sense. So would go just start heading back to the village.
Very good. You head back past the well, past sort of that central point across to the House of Shadows, where you can hear a bustle of conversation inside, and you enter into quite literal chaos as Mace is there trying to duck under, like, I can't find a seat. Where would you... I tell you what, I'll just... and shuts down in the corner and just, like, dead out.
Finally,
and
and Edgious
Callum's...
rests his sword on Mace. And rests his giant sword on Mace.
Callum's there going, Bronze, darling, can you pass me the bread? That looks absolutely divine. And yeah, this meal is begin to portray, and Dream's just there sort of, Jewel, we were going to wait for you, but apparently nobody's been fed in about a week.
Unlike when they all arrived, Jewel is not mirroring the candid humour, and looks quite distracted. Oh, yes, that's... well, they have, but... Mama, can I have a word?
Jewel,
Dream
you've got to
looks at
taste
you.
this. And Edgious holds up a piece of bread and start waving it in Jewel's face.
In a moment,
Dream
Edgious.
places her hand on your arm, Edgious, and just lowers it.
Jewel just walks through to the kitchen and just passes straight past the frivolities.
I guess more
Dream
for us,
sort of
Calvin.
very quickly follows you, having rolled a natural 20 on her insight check. What is troubling you, my dear?
I am not aware of any post-burial rituals that would mean that anyone would move the stones. Do you?
Move the stones? On Meanora's grave?
I do not think I am imagining it, but some of the stones have been very carefully put back where they nearly should be.
Show me.
Come, tell me I'm being foolish. but I would prefer to know. Come.
So you lead your sort of mother out the side door of the house, throughout the kitchen utility area, if you like, and take her with you across to the grave site, where you then sort of point out how the stones have been shifted. You're right. This is not as it was left.
Why would anyone move them?
I am not so sure, but this is also where the shadow was spotted.
What? Around here?
Yes. In this part of the village by the edge of the woods, yes.
Jules looking down at the grave like... I know that it was her magic that was bringing them initially, but surely that magic would have gone if she is gone? None of this makes any sense.
Dream is going to kneel down and sort of places a hand on the marker stone as such.
Jules gonna make a quick 360.
Yeah, very good. Make me a perception check then, please.
This is... Sorry, just bear with while I just double check this one. Can this come under trying to notice if something's amiss? Don't know whether this would come under the Eye of Clarity, actually. Maybe it's just normal perception.
You have to activate that feat, remember.
That's a very good point. I will get used to that. Yeah, she's distracted, but it's pretty good. 18, sorry. 18.
So you look around, and in that moment, you just hear this breath of... as Dream places her hand on, and then immediately pulls it back. Ah! Oh.
What is it?
And you can see where the fur on her hand, where she's touched, is now just a stark white.
I'll sort of grab her hand and be like, what can do this? Are you okay? Does it hurt?
It doesn't hurt anymore, but that was... Oh. And you can then slowly see the fur begins to sort of slowly turn back to black as she sort of flexes her hand. Oh. Dark magic.
What?
She then goes to place her hand back on the cover stone, if you like, or on the marker stone, and this time nothing happens. You'll help me move this. God forgive us. Help me move this.
May Nora forgive us, please. We just need to know. I'll help.
So you sort of lift the sort of a meter by meter stone, if you like, and you manage to move it across. And as you move it across, there is a hole underneath this marker stone. A hole in the dirt.
Mama, this is not good.
Someone is taken her.
They have taken her. What on earth could they use her for? And why?
Unless she rose by herself, but... Well, that is dark magic in itself, but...
Is this hole a dip in the ground, or an actual hole that sinks into darkness, sort of?
It is a hole that basically just goes into the grave, and you can see now that it's just empty.
Definitely empty grave.
Yeah. You also remember, actually, that the bodies were burned, so these are like urns that were placed in here.
Yeah.
With your passive perception, I will say you do see what look like clear claw marks along any stone bits that are in there, or like scratch marks as if something has literally crawled its way out.
I mean, I'll make an investigation check just to know which way those crawl marks look. Up
Yep.
or down. 24.
Definitely up. Something has crawled out of this grave. I'll say, Dream sort of reaches in and digs around and then sort of grabs something and pulls it out, and she pulls out the urn that Mayonora's ashes were in, and the lid is gone and it is empty, Jewel.
These claw marks, they were coming up. Someone resurrected her. Is that even possible? That cannot be possible. The rituals you do mean this...
magic.
No.
It's the right magic. We do not... There's nothing we do that prevents it, so to speak. It's just nobody around here has the power to do so, and nor would we interfere with the natural balance of things.
Jules just starts, like, pacing backwards and forwards next to the grave, just like a, hand on her head, like... Okay, we have to think about this clearly. Okay. Mamo, I think
Dream
we need
looks around.
I think we need to cover this up. I think between...
I was about to say the same thing.
Okay, look, let us cover this up. Puts the urn back.
Holds hard that one side of the stone.
We'll help her move it back, and then again, all these stones that they disrupted, we'll try and put them back again in a very similar way than which they were incorrectly placed before.
I'll say, if anything, your attention to detail allows you to put them back almost perfectly, as opposed to how you found them, whereas that being slightly off.
Okay, Mamo, please do not tell anyone except for Papa and Mace. Mace must know, but Mace must not tell anybody else. Please.
Maybe we don't tell the robot then. He tells me he's a automaton, but yes, he's not known for keeping quiet.
Fair. Weirdly, you may know him better than I. Okay, you two need to know, but please make sure that there are... I don't even want to say extra watches, but we have got to keep an eye on this.
I think they already have what they came for. But yes, we will do so.
I'm afraid that I think this is going to cut our visit quite short. We'll stay for lunch, but then we have to go.
Find her.
If she's in the clutches of them, then we are going to find her in an hostile situation again, aren't we?
I do not know. Find her. Save her if you can. She's family, Jewel.
I will not let anyone take her again.
Chin up now.
Okay. Right. Oh, we just keep getting hit by these things. Well, at least we have purpose and we know where we are going. We will find out.
And focus on that.
We will.
Let us get you some food and send you
Okay.
on your way.
Yes. Let's go.
She
Jewel
does pull
tries
you
to
into a
compose
quick
herself
hug
on the way back.
before She pulls you into a quick hug before you walk off, but then lets you sort of go, and you compose yourself, and she sort of smooths down her skirts and puts on that air of the lawkeeper again. And you enter back into the building where Dream just smiled and says, well, it seems that we are need to make sure lunch is had quickly. You must be on your way again. Jewel has found something else that requires attention. I'm sure she will tell you on your ship.
What are you talking about?
I just think that perhaps we need to be heading off soon. I think that we have plenty of things to do. I am sure. Do you not agree, Cavan, Edgious?
I mean,
I'm reaching into
look at all this
Edgious'
stew.
bowl.
We will take it with us. I'm sure.
I pull out a mouse tail out of Edgious' bowl. These things are awesome. I cannot tell you how. Yeah.
You bastard!
You're
Give
okay
me
with
that back. That's my last tail. Edgious is gonna try and snatch it off. You bastard! You ate my last rat's tail. Bastard!
So good.
Bastard!
And then I then tip my bowl, and I have like 4 of them in my bowl. I'm like, just one. Preferably the small one.
Edgious is going to take 2, but cast Minor Illusion, leaving 1 tail in the bowl as he pulls 2 out.
He's just there looking at the two of you with sort of like bread and cheese. Just, how do you two even survive?
Clearly we get fed by other people.
Yeah, like calories and like nutrition, man. Nutrition is the key to survival, because without it, as I'm saying that, I'm just like stuffing bread in my mouth.
I'm really
like
sorry.
For reals, we just keep getting free meals from people. It's really good. Like, it seems to happen everywhere we go. Edgious just stuffing his face at the same time.
Above table, DM, have we beaten the kids from Union City? Have we actually beaten them here, or not?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Jewel will go up to...
Just for context, we have not hit any children. He means beaten them in terms of timing. Just to be fucking clear. Jesus Christ. Fucking, that clip out of context.
And the order of the right hand returns, and it's the Planar Detective Agency.
Yeah, any kind of behaviour like that is to the priest, and you know it. So we'll go.
Yes, you have arrived before the children from Union City have arrived.
Okay, Jewel will go up to her dad and be like, "I'm sorry." You know, we'll speak quietly and she'll be like, "I'm sorry, we have to leave so quickly. We have a lot of business, and Mama will fill you in with other details, but I just want to let you know."
I know that look of your mother.
I'm sorry, I wish we came back with better news, or more precisely left with it. You'll understand. Look, I think we've arrived before certain people we sent this way from Union City. 3 young adults. They will tell you more, but understand one of them... They look a little scary, but they are not to be... you do not have to worry about them. You do not have to be afraid of them. They are 3 teenagers, young adults who went through a lot in Union City. We have sent them here for safety, and they are quite adept at being helpful. They have a letter from me, and I thought that would be enough, and yet I am able to tell you in person as well. Can you keep an eye out for them?
Of course, we will keep an eye out for them.
They may want...
house just across the way, which is empty. They can stay there.
They may want to be kind of private, or at least one of them, but look after them, please. They really went through a lot.
Oh, Dream.
Seems this family just keeps on growing.
What happened to the of Meadows across the way? The family that were living in that house.
Oh, you could say it's in probate. Unfortunately, they have all passed.
I was going to say that old of Meadows lady that was living there. I didn't know how much time she had left when we left, but sorry to hear that she passed while we've been away.
Indeed. She was very old, but alas, no children, so...
I guess you could say she'd lived her 9 lives. You know?
9 lives.
Edgious, Kevin,
Smoking something that I don't want to know. Do you know what? I don't want to know. You all have busy things to do. We will pack you up some more food. You can take it with you. Take it for your friends on the ship.
Oh, yes. Yeah, just to go,
Lex.
like whatever.
Edgious, I have plenty of things to catch you up on. Let us get back to the ship, please.
Yeah. Totally.
And speaking of Lex, give him our love and make sure he has some food.
He is enjoying tinkering away at the ship. He has been quite a little kid playing around.
He's going to be going on a date soon. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah. Just starting a relationship. It's really interesting.
It's just blossoming.
They jest, Mama. They jest.
We don't really know what's been going on. He's been down there for a while. I mean,
yeah.
a long
to
time.
say that you know we jest, Jewel. I don't know I jest. I haven't seen where his grubby little mechanic hands have been going. Have you?
Yeah,
I have not, which is why I am trying not to put actions into his mouth. That sounds weird. No, wrong way round. I don't know. Guys.
Well, Edgious, there is a moment where you turn and then you just hear this punk, and something hits you dead in the eye socket. You are going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as this stone wedges itself in your eye, and you just hear Bronze from the other side of the table go, "Yes!"
That is the first genuine laughter that you hear from Jewel.
Edgious is going to scramble onto the table, knocking some balls off onto the table, as he then slips and falls off the table onto the ground. And this is my
Callum
fucking
falls
eye!
off his chair, roaring with laughter, just dead on the floor. Even Takami sort of spits out some food, just I'm so sorry. That was really rude of me.
Jewel goes for a high five with Bronze, and just the first crack of a smile and laughter that you see from her since she last arrived.
It sounded like a ping pong ball getting hit at a stone wall. You know, that ding, that little pop.
But I imagine it then sort of xylophone down your ribs and to your pelvis and onto the floor.
Who would hit me on the back of the inside of my skull? It went through. What the fuck? I've never been hit there before. I didn't know I could be hit there. Ow!
Edgious, forgive me. That was my idea.
That was your.
Maybe some goggles, Edgious.
Goggles. Ooh. I'm going to teach you goggles next time I see you. I gave you a knife, you little shit. Ow!
Bronze runs upstairs and you just hear giggling.
You're going to have to find her. Come on now, boys. We need to leave.
Oh, yeah, I'll leave. Edgious goes to pick up his sword. And then clips it onto his back. Kid. Thank you, Dream, for the
Mace at this
magnificent stew.
Kevin goes up to Dream, gives Dream a big hug.
Oh, Kevin. Paige did tell me your news. We must talk more about this when you come back. But ring sizes, please, send. I want to hear all the gossip.
I will. Yep, definitely. I will get that to you. I'll write to you. I'll write you a letter or something like that. I think I should start writing more. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, thank you so much for the food. It was great, and these doggy bags. They're sorry, I didn't mean to call them that. Kitten. What's the appropriate? How do you?
Kitten sacks.
Yeah. Anyway,
Pussy pouches.
Doggy bags is fine.
Names here.
One for Lex, and then the others, we'll just figure it out as I hold all of them in my hand.
Oh, and Well, we were going to open this, but Kevin, please take this and celebrate with your friends. We will have another glass this evening to toast you and Mara.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. We'll get that, and I got it all. And I start kind of backing out and saying, I guess Mace, and I turn to Edgious and to Jewel. Mace, do you want to? We haven't. What, Mace? Do you want to?
Spit it out, boy.
Where's your headspace? No, I want you to come with us, but you're all doing a good job here.
My headspace is up here.
Yeah. I turn to Jewel and I say, stays or comes with us?
Yeah, it seems like everything in Stonebox seems fine. There's nothing strange happening here. No weird occurrences. No flim-flams.
Perhaps Mace can just double check it. It's only been a week since all of the frivolities, so some extra protection I wouldn't mind.
Is there something you're worried about, Jewel? I'm just wondering.
Perhaps there is, but we need to be going.
Yeah. Mace, good buddy. We're definitely going to circle back. At least I am for sure. Jewel, of course, will. And we'll pick you up and we'll take you with us. But how would you feel about staying just for a little while longer? And we can't force you to.
It's like a new home here, and I have the feeling that my knowledge of Paragon is going to be needed quite soon. Something is coming.
Yeah.
Someone.
Do we want to give him one of the badges, guys, just to make him an official, representative of the Planar Detective Agency? Just kind of make this, kind of claim this town as some of our territory, so no other detective agencies think that they can come and solve mysteries or problems in this town?
It's an excellent idea. Who has the badges? I didn't even...
Shit, Lex has them. Mace... We'll chuck it down to you off of the ship.
Callum just goes, "You can have mine."
No, Callum, no. That one says Callum BSD on it, and do you know what BSD stands for?
No.
Big swinging dick, and that's what you are, so you keep that. And he slaps it on his chest.
He meant to say big swing and detective.
Shadows. It's been a genuine pleasure. Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Callum, the big swinging dick, apparently.
Yes, you are.
Well,
yes, you are. Do not forget
big swing
that.
detective was. It means detect.
It's one or the other.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
All right,
interchangeable.
let's go. Do you want me to help you carry that? I point to the sword.
Oh, no, I've got this. And Edgious squats. Oh, as he then locks out his knees and kind of robot walks out of the house, so he doesn't have to bend his knees. And risk folding himself with the sword as he turns back. Thank you, of Shadow's family. It is always a pleasure. Paige, you're a legend, literally, figuratively. Dream, a delight. Not even, just a dream, 100%. Bronze, I'm gonna have two eyes on you next time, you little shit. Goodbye, everyone. Mace, see you later, buddy. And Edgious will back out. And
farewell.
Misty step up into the ship.
Very good. So you disappear off. Takami sort of looks at you and goes, "Oh well, I guess it's an excuse to do strength training with him. Thank you for your hospitality. apparently we have to go. But it was lovely to meet you. Jewel, your parents are amazing. Thank you. And she leaves. Callum just sort of bows deeply. A pleasure to meet you all. Echo what the pink-haired lady said. Takami, I think it is. I've known her for like a day. Sorry, I'm talking too much. I'm doing an Edgious. But thank you for the wine. Thank you for the food. Jewel, lovely home. Lovely home. I'm out. Thank you. And Callum pisses off as well. I think Dream, Paige would all like go to Jewel and Cavern and sort of pulls you both in for hugs respectively and sort of kisses on cheeks and heads and stuff. Paige looks at you, Cavern. Don't forget to get me those details now. I make this number one project.
You got it. Thanks, Dream. We'll take care of her, and I put my arm around Jewel. We'll bring her back safe. I promise. And then I back away for them to have some time as a family.
So Paige and Dream just sort of both envelop Jewel in a hug.
You know I am biased, but I agree with Takami. You are the best.
Well, you've only known one set of parents, I guess. Let's keep it that way, though.
Yes, and thank
Take
you.
care of yourself now.
Sorry this was such a quick
You're on a
visit.
Well, it's okay, we understand. But you're on a skyship again, and last time you were on a skyship, I understand things went a little bit south. So, let's not have a repeat of that, madam.
I am making sure it will not be. Yes.
Very good, my dear.
Hopefully, with this skyship, you'll see us again sooner than the nearly year it took me to get back last time.
Let us hope so.
We will try and stay in touch as much as we can.
A week?
At least I know that I can ask Edgious to get in contact if I have to.
Very good.
We'll see you soon.
Okay, my dear. I love you.
I love you too. And she'll turn around, go towards the rope ladder. Will then take a couple of leaping bounds, but then will choose to then just misty step straight to the top.
While Jewel has
And your mother-
been saying goodbye to the family, I've just said my goodbyes to Mace outside, and I've also gone up holding the bags of food and the bottle of wine.
Very good. So
And
Kevin
now I'm up
climbs
on the
up.
ship as well.
Mace sort of gives you a firm handshake before you go. I don't know what you've done, Kevin, but there's a greater presence of Paragon around you. So whatever it is, keep it up.
You too, Mace, and when I come back, I'll maybe have someone else with me. And actually, no. I'm gonna send you an invitation to something, and I'll need you. What you've heard. I want you to come to that wedding, and we'll get you one way or another. You'll stand in my line, and I'd be pretty damn honored to have you there.
The honor would most certainly be mine.
And then
Tally-ho, off you go.
Yep. And then I kind of go to like give him a hug, but then I go lower and try to body block him, but I run into a solid wall and hurt my shoulder. I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. It's just so much harder for me to do that to you. Why do you, what is your core is insane. What do you, never mind.
This
I'll
is
see you again,
all
good friend.
solid metal. And he
Yeah, I
sort of
keep
chuckles.
forgetting that.
Well, keep practicing. For balance and all that. Farewell.
Balance and all that. And I start making my way up the rope.
So you make your way up. Jewel, as you sort of misty step up the rope, you look down to see your mum waving, and then she just places her finger on her lips like that, and she misty steps 60 feet away.
With a great big smile on her face.
You see bronze atop the House of Shadows, and she's just waving, sort of giving it all this, and sort of sees Edgious and just pulls her slingshot and then laughs and falls over and sort of rolls down the roof a little bit before catching herself, and then stands up and sort of waves some more. You see a lot of the villagers come in to sort of see you off as well, as they just sort of wave, and you then feel that arcane thrum as the ship lifts and the ropes are brought in. Everybody else is on board, and eventually it turns and begins to head further and further east. For the sake of brevity, you all continue to travel in the air and sort of hand out the food, the drink, and you all catch up. You go see Lex and explain to sort of everything that's happened. The only thing I'm going to allow as a discussion point is you, Jewel, as you sort of go down to see Lex and probably meet him in the quarters.
Guys, I'm sorry I had to cut that so short, and I wasn't quite myself at the end. I went to go and see Mayanora's grave, and she's gone.
Like, yeah, Jewel,
What do you
know,
mean
like,
she's gone?
Oh,
Jewel,
sorry.
we know that she's
Yeah, no, sorry.
We-
You're
we know.
right. I understand the difference. Sorry.
Kind of the normal, it's the circle of life, really.
But-
That's kind
Yeah,
of,
you know,
We
guys,
understand your grieving. We
shush,
understand that you're
shut up.
grieving, Jewel, and we're
Shut
here
up.
for you.
She crawled out of her grave, alive, and as left.
oh,
The urn,
That doesn't seem like the natural order of life
No.
and death.
so
That
we,
doesn't make logical sense.
our
It's a
natural
fucked up
rituals are
cycle.
burn the body and put them in an urn and bury it. The urn was empty, and there were claw marks out of her grave. She was revived somehow. I don't understand that. And crawled out.
yeah.
Well,
Also, there was one mention this week of a shadow appearing in the village, and it was around the grave. Some shadowy being has taken Mayonora. That is why I had to
even with
leave.
Mace there.
Even Mace was there. They noticed this, but not in time to see anything. It was literally a one glimpse. Is what my mama said. So they have got her, guys. They've got Mayonora.
Well, you know what they say: two steps forward, one step back. Fucking
Is there
deed.
no way of us being able to track people like this? You know, we know Mayonora. Is there no way of us being able to find people? Is that something we can maybe ask the wizards at the Crystalline Isle?
I mean,
Some-
if they
something
have
they
some
think
sort of tracking
something
spell or
powerful. It is
Well,
the only
remember
connection
when
we
we
know
were
because
dude.
we know her.
he's divination dude, right? Maybe he can. I don't know.
I don't
I'm
know
putting-
because I
yeah.
don't know because he said that they could not. He could not see them, and I don't know whether that includes Mayonora. So
What about this? Let me throw this out there. Last time we were in Dryad's Gate, do you guys remember? Do you remember when I cast that spell that allowed us to allowed me to have that time to go and see exactly where Klein was, and we got a good chunk of information. Well, that spell, I believe, was called Scrying. Now, I don't currently have the ability to do that on command, but, I mean, I've learned how to do Bamfing. I've learned how to Bamf, and I've been learning Vitriolic Sphere for coming up to nearly a week now. So, you know, I think that there's a chance, you know, that I would be able to learn a scrying spell. I mean, it might take me, you know, some time, but I think and maybe with Lex's help.
Could we not just ask the wizards?
I was just going to say, can we not ask them? Can we not find out? We are going back to Dryad's Gate, where that very powerful shop owner might be able to assist us in some way, either components-wise or knowing someone, or they may be able to help. Something.
Well, let me throw this out there. My only concern is if we let someone else do it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm on board with that option. If I'm voted down, that's fine. But I just want to throw this into the pot. If we let someone else do it, say the Wizards of the Crystalline Isle, or the Dryad, the Druids of Dryad's Gate, or whoever it might be, we already know that the elders of Mor Stacy, the people who we should have been able to trust most, were backstabbing their own village and town and city. We do not know how deep all of this goes. Now, my question is, you know, where's the line for us in terms of trust? And if, you know, we feel like, because they could tell us anything. They could say, you know, I've scryed and they're off in a different continent even, you know, and we would have no idea whether they're telling the truth unless I cast something like my Zone of Truth on them, which I could do.
We are simply going to have to trust some people. So that
may be
it.
You could try. Edgious could try to do it, and then if it works, then Edgious has done it, and then if it doesn't, we could go to Plan B. Yeah, we could just try.
Also, if you have done it before, then maybe we can find a similar way of you doing it again.
I don't even mean me doing it. I just mean, like, if we are going to do it, let's make sure that we trust the person who we ask.
I mean,
100%.
Edgious, that is a given. Honestly, that is such a given. So it is going to be those we trust, or someone who can do it that someone else trusts, but we trust them. There's got to be some form of trust going on here. But anyway, if it is not if it is not the Crystalline Isle, as in before, then we're simply going to have to ask.
So, what if we did Brahm? Everyone was fond of Brahm, the druid.
Yes.
What if he can do it?
If they can, then absolutely.
Let's ask Brahm.
I totally.
I'll be right back. You guys continue your conversation. I'll go right back, and I am back out of the crowd, and I go to another part of the ship, and I'm looking up to see if I can find or see Morrow, Mara's Black Crow.
Nice.
Oh, so Morrow would have been sort of in your quarters with you. So I'll say you actually take Morrow with you and sort of retreat from the room where this discussion is happening.
Okay. So I'm just kind of retreating, and I go to Morrow and I say, "Wait, do I write a note and put it in your claw, or do I just talk to you, and then you talk to, like, how does? I didn't ask Mara. Maybe I'll just do both. Mara, do you talk? Hello.
Morrow literally is just there.
Okay, okay, so we're talking now, but I don't understand what you understand what I'm saying, but I don't understand what you're saying. So, if I say things, just say "ka" once, if you understand what I'm saying. So, if I want to get a message to Mara, can you do that if I talk to you? Go.
Ka!
Fuck's sake. There we go. We got it. Okay, we got it. Okay, here's the message. I fucking miss you and love you the world, and I need your ring size as soon as possible. Lots of hugs and kisses and I'm not very good at this. Fuck's sake. Yeah, just include that. Just say. Fucking, just give me a call if you got all that, and then head on over, and then whatever, like bring her message back. I don't know how. Yeah, fuck.
Morrow just launches himself off your arm and streaks away into the night.
Yeah, I just kind of shake my head. So fucking shit at this.
That's as bad as leaving a voicemail that says, yeah, I'm breezy, so it's fine.
Very good. So that is said. You all continue to sort of have this discussion as well around Maynora and how to tackle that particular challenge. A day, maybe 2 passes, as eventually you sort of sail, fly across, and you descend towards Dryad's Gate, where that huge great oak tree stands in the middle. You can sort of see from high above how it almost glows with its own energy as you descend down, sort of mid-afternoon, early evening. It itself sort of hums with energy, and it's at this point as you descend down, there is a definitive militaristic presence within Dryad's Gate that wasn't there before.
Does that therefore mean that we are getting particular notice?
You're very much getting particular notice, and with that you see Romeo just sort of spin the wheel and he goes, I'm going to do the smart thing and bring this up on the outside of town and let you just sort of wander in.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
do you need any supplies? Do you need us to get anything? If you're not...
I'd love like a whole cask of ale.
We will get one delivered. If you can lift it
Don't
up.
ask for much, do you?
At this point, Romeo's going to lean into you, Jewel, and go, so, the Fae guy, is he sort of attached to anyone, or do I need to...
He would attach himself to anyone, to be honest, so,
Do you know what? That's exactly the in I needed. Yeah.
That's our
Let's
count.
make this trip fun.
Is that... Cool. Great. Moving on.
Yeah, let's descend.
You all
We'll go down and
descend down the ropes and enter into Dryad's Gate, and there are a number of these what look like warrior druids and maybe rangers that are now trawling across and patrolling around the city. And as you get to the gate of Dryad's Gate, they just sort of, one of them stops you and just, hold, please. State your name, purpose.
Jewel of Shadows from the Planar Detective Agency. We have residence at... what's his name? Starts with G. Fuck's sake.
Gibby.
Gibby. At Gibby's...
At this point, a particular druid runs up and goes, No, don't stop. They're fine. And you see Amaris, a.k.a. Daryl.
Oh, I forgot about Daryl!
Just runs up.
Oh, my fucking God!
Please, friends, come on in. Come on in.
Thank you.
And you are
Daryl!
led in.
You're all doing great jobs. Keep it up.
Again, it is
This guy's a
Amaris.
legend.
My
Have you
God.
guys met Daryl? Edgious will say as he passes the guards. They let them do it.
Just get on in, please. Keep moving.
Amaris, it is good to see you. I assume... Has something happened, or is this a knock-on effect of last conversations?
Well, Brom came back and brought a lot of the Circle of the Verdant Shield with him, and they went over to Mostacey, which is now under martial law.
Good.
All of the elders are missing, so hence the increased military, I suppose you call it military, increased army presence or guard presence in the city.
They did. Wait.
Oh.
Pause.
All
Go
of them
back.
went
Go
missing?
back one sentence. All. When you say all, you mean like an elder went missing, but
No,
If you
all
remember,
gone.
we were told at Union City that they all left.
Well, Jill, you read
okay.
this in a newspaper bulletin board.
Okay, cool. Probably would have given that information anyway. I don't know, but maybe it didn't because it was all distracting. Well, I mean, good to have the guard presence. I hope that none of them are stupid enough to try and come here, but if they do, give them hell.
Well, you never know. Brom is back if you wish to see him. I have... sorry, why are you back?
Yes, a flying...
Look, they am...
a, no pun intended, but flying
Callum.
visit. And Callum.
Yep, Callum's back. Brought Callum.
That's
they-
Callum. You're Daryl.
Yeah.
Everyone knows each other here. Let's stop saying hello. Jewel. Jewel and Kevin, you guys want to go deal with... you guys go deal with Brom and the important shit. Give me the ring or the money that we need for the ring. And
if
I will
you-
also
if
go
you
see
go-
Gibby as well.
If you go with Lex, the coin purse,
Yes.
and find out how much we owe them and get the ring back, remember, you are not paying for the ring, you are paying for the poison vial. It was collateral.
I'll stop him from saying anything stupid, hopefully.
No, you won't,
You
but nice try.
sound-
So,
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the arcane fume or just... it's a... Yeah.
Okay, well we'll catch you guys in a little bit. We're gonna go take care of this ring, and we're gonna go make sure we get some employees up in this bee snatch. So love you guys. Fist bumps all around. Detective fist bump. Great job. Callum, you're
Sorry,
going with
the
those.
bees
Actually, you
have
know what, Callum?
snatches.
Callum, you're coming with me, buddy. And Edge is gonna put his arm around him and be
Okay.
like, "Come on, buddy, let's go."
Takami's just there like... Guess I'm with Jewel.
Oh, I didn't even know you came down off the ship with us, Takami. I thought you were staying for a nap or something.
Literally said you needed me, so unless you tell me otherwise, I'm here.
please never let
That's
him let that down.
So
They
hard.
just,
Please.
the beginnings of a relationship are so tricky. I mean, just one word
I
and
never
it's just
said
like
those
fucking
words, though.
awkward.
Nope.
Super awkward.
No, but I didn't say it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't say those words. I never said I was like, you're great. Like, if you wanted to, you know.
Honestly,
She's
they've
gonna
been
do the
like
whole
this.
2 fingers up to your jaw and just be like... Just go do
Amaris,
what
they
you
have
gotta
been like
fucking
this for
do.
like a week. It is incredible.
Oh, it's painful. Like they're so in love,
She's
but they fucking drive
I
us
am unaware of the whole flitting of horns, as they say. Flitting of... I don't
Da-
even know the
Let
phrases.
us go and speak to
Daryl.
Bram.
Dal, there's been loads of inside jokes since we last saw you. We'll catch you up on those. Get those two to catch you up on all the inside jokes so you can be like in on all the banner. Because we're going to be here for a little bit of time, and I want you to be in on it, buddy.
Okay. You have fun.
Later, Daryl. You're a pimp. And Edgious will start walking towards.
She heads off to Soulbrackers, to the Sorceress Sundry's shop, as the rest of you are led by Amaris, Daryl, to the central tree known as Sil Arael, for those folks that have not heard about the tree before, which is where that sort of dryad spirit remains, or the dryad is there, sorry. And as you get close to the tree, you can see the dryad sort of dances in and out of the tree every now and again, but other than that, is very much housed within the tree. Even here, there is increased militaristic presence, but you do then see sort of Brom almost seated, if you like, on a chair that has been formed of wood and vines, and is around a circular wooden table. That all these chairs and tables look like they've literally grown out of the forest floor. And you can see sort of Brom with his staff next to him, just sort of leaning and conversing with a number of these individuals. And as you get closer, Are you sure that we can't just find anyone around here to go and search the forests and see if we can find any of them? It's been weeks. They can't just disappear. And Amaris just sort of leans in and whispers, and Brom just says, we'll talk more about this later. Planar Detective... that went Russian there. Planar Detective Agency, it's good to see you again.
Brom, good to see you too. I take it no luck in finding the elders.
Well, we went to Morstacey, we put it under martial law. They all went missing. Apparently, one of them, at least, is dead. But there's at least 3 in the wind.
Well,
What should we do with his body?
20
Is
on the
his
inside
body
check again.
still in our
now did we tell Brom that we actually killed him?
The body disintegrated into shadow.
Oh, thank God. I was going to say it smells rancid up there.
But Brom's just there like, I don't mean the one that you tortured. I mean oh no, do you know what? Why did I not think of this before? You already said that one of them had been killed by one of them. Fuck's sake.
Look,
Right, we're still looking for 3 elders.
Okay, well, yes. Obviously, I expect full security like you have done is very sensible. But in all seriousness, I'm sure you know that it's unlikely they've stayed in the area. But good to keep up security, absolutely. Thank you for doing this, and it's not even for us to thank you. It is you're doing great work. You don't know anyone who might be able to... Stupid question. You are looking for 3 individuals and cannot find them, but do you know of any tracking spells for someone we might know?
I mean, it depends how familiar you are with the individual, but there's spells that could be cast.
I mean, I am very familiar with them, but I'm no good with magic, so do I have to be the one to cast it, or what how does this work?
Let's discuss exactly what you're going for, and then maybe we can figure out exactly what we need. Come, you may... I've got a hut of sorts now that we've had to grow out of the forest floor, just because apparently I am now the de facto leader of Dryad's Gate, and, well, apparently I needed a proper home.
I mean, sure, just grows a hut out of the ground. I mean, that's normal, right?
Oh, it's an old elvish technique. They used to sing weapons and all sorts and sing things from trees. So the druids sort of co-opted it around here, hence the whole elvish architecture vibe.
That just... Okay, wow.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's old magic.
I can feel it.
But still, follow me. Let's go.
Please.
We can converse.
Yeah, I go up to Brahm and I just say, just like when you're describing the whole thing that happened upstairs, torture. We like to say self-defense. So if you could just change that whole thing, that would be great, because that's what we're going for right now. Is just everything is self-defense, and that just
Whatever you want to call it, Kevin, you can call it. But I'm not sure how much self-defending there is when they're chained up and can't do a lot.
Well, let's.
I'm not
we'll work on
begrudging
that
you,
later.
though. Like, they were clearly evil, like some dark stuff
Exactly.
going on
It's
there.
exactly
So
right.
you
That's exactly
crack
right.
on.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So just self-defense, though, like across the board, and that's what we'll. You
No
good? We're
judgment,
good.
my friend. No judgment.
Yeah. Cool. We've got it on the back
Please,
of our business
follow
card
me.
now as well. So that's something that's good.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
If
Yeah.
I had need for business cards, I'd take one, but you do you. Gibby's been shouting
No,
all around about the Planar Detective Agency and having some franchise.
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about it as well. But anyway, sorry. Follow you.
Very good. Amaris, if you just want to go and just look after things and, I don't know, give me half an hour's break, that'd be amazing. Amaris just sort of bows his head. As you wish. And he goes and sits at the head of the table, and people just start throwing questions at him, and you can just see him sort of go, it's going to be a long afternoon. Very good. So you all walk off to a particular wooden hut. Jewel, go.
Yeah, following in and sitting down at the in his hut. So we need to find an individual. They have been, well, this is the really weird thing. They died last week, but they have been brought back. So we now need to find where they have gone and who has taken them. Is there any way you can help us here?
Oof. I mean, do you have anything of theirs that we could use as a focus of sorts?
That's a very good question. Do I have anything from Maynora?
Memories.
Unfortunately, all I have is memories of her. I do not have anything. We buried her with everything that we thought she wanted to be with.
Do you have her full name? I could perhaps try with that.
I don't know. I can't remember if it's in my notes what her second last name was.
Jewel, you grew up with her.
Maynora Hamala.
Yeah. I remember you saying that once. Yeah. No, Hamala. With an
Hamela.
H. Yeah, Mela. Yeah.
Are we sure? I don't want to be trying to detect one individual and fucking pull up somebody else.
That is her name.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. 100%.
Okay. Well, actually, do you know what? This only works for creatures within 1,000 feet, I think, so, or sort of that distance out. Do you know, are they around here, or are they meant to be somewhere else, or?
Well, they're in my village at Stonebark, so that's a few days away from here. But they definitely aren't there. Well, I don't know where they are, unfortunately. The likelihood of them being here is extreme, so I would not wish you to waste your energy in trying to find out right now, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon I can probably, let's just do this for now.
Let's do it.
Make sure
Let's just make sure she's not near.
How crazy would that be if she was within 1,000 feet of us? That would be such a coincidence.
Maynora
so
Hamela.
Hamela. Yes.
Hamela. Yep.
Right.
Strong H.
Just
Oh, sorry. My bad.
pulls out sort of a number of components from his bag, sort of takes out what looks like this fur, and then pulls his staff and just lays the fur out in front of him and begins to chant in Druidic, and then eventually just upends the staff and
Jewel during
just
this is just thinking of Maynora and everything, the way she looks like and what, and just everything she knew.
there's just this almost of energy, and as it goes out, you see what looks like fungal growths begin to spring up, just in a circle, and it's almost like this ripple of fungal growths that grow but then disappear as it follows the energy wave. And Brom sort of just closes his eyes. Well, they're not here now.
Fuck!
But there's an
Wait.
echo of sorts.
Oh.
What?
Like they've been here maybe in the last few days.
Wow. Incredible. Within
Ron,
a
thank you so
1,000
much.
feet of here?
They have been in the city.
Looks like they've been in the city for sure. So, aye, but they're not here now. It's just like a, you know, like when you fart and it just lingers for a little bit. It's a bit like that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Especially the ones that like are silent
Yeah.
and then no one else knows. Yeah, those are.
I
Very,
hate it when
very-
it follows you. You kind of think you've got away from it, and then you're like, oh god.
Yeah. We could look at
Feel
this
like we
as
got
like
a little bit off track. It was just meant as a sort of
I take it.
Analogy, but,
The right. I mean, there's no pinpointing the where they went. Just they have been here. That is enough information. That is great.
well, I mean, to your point, Rom, if we could just use the analogy again, and the source of the smell is sometimes the last place where that person was seen. So, can you focus in on any kind of energy, like the last place within 1,000 feet she was?
He closes his eyes as this spell lasts for an hour, as long as he concentrates up to it. She was not
I'm elbowing
far
Jewel.
from the tree. Maybe headed eastward. There's a strange darkness alongside her as she goes.
Yes.
Yeah. East,
That's incredible.
apparently.
Yeah, that's wow. It's impressive.
That is very impressive. Brom, thank you so much.
Can we give Brom like something? Do we have? Oh, Lex has the money. Is there anything we can? Because that
I
was
don't
awesome.
require money.
Okay.
I'll add it on to the payment for just healing the tree. I think that'll be fine.
That is very kind. You know, if there
And
is any
to be
way,
fair, giving us a heads up about more Stacy, because that's one shit show that's now resolved.
again,
Yeah.
well done for everything you've been doing there. But look, seriously, if you ever need anything, you know how to get in touch with us. I'm sure.
I turn to Jewel and I say, he doesn't. We don't have the contact details. There's no way that he would ever know how to get in
But I
touch.
think that they have a better way of getting in touch. I'm guessing.
I put our address on the
If
on
I
our
need
business
to
card.
reach you, I can very much
So yes,
reach out.
please
in
do
one
that.
way or another.
We're going to be within the area for the next couple of days, if not weeks, and not necessarily in Dryad's Gate. I mean, still within Dryamere. But then we may be leaving. But we are on the trail of Mayanora now, even better with your information. So thank you.
Yeah.
We,
I turn
but-
to him and I'm like, yeah, thank you so much for adding another side quest because that's exactly what we needed. Really, really appreciate that.
It is our main quest, Caverns. This is
Oh yeah. Sorry.
really. Look,
Yeah.
we
Forgive
leave you to
me
it.
for giving you extra work. And he just sort of looks around the city.
There is no extra work, please. Take the rest you need. You look like you need it. No offense. And we will leave you
I
to
am
it.
certainly going to use this as an excuse to have at least a nap.
Come on, Gavin. Let's head back to the ship.
Yep. Again, that was incredible. Thank you so much. And we will remember it, and we'll recommend you as well. Like if there's anyone that needs, to find someone, we'll do that. So
Please
thank you.
don't.
That was all.
I've got enough on just like.
We will not recommend you ever. We will like say there's no way that you. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
The information that he gave us, was it just a general they were going west to east, or there's more specific, like they were found near the tree?
It was more generally, there is an echo near the tree, but generally the direction of travel is west across the city to the east.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very much embellished that spell, but natural 20, so.
That was awesome. Cool, alright.
Very good. I will say then, Edgious, as you head off towards Gibby's and Soulbrackers as well, that's the bit that we will pick up next time. I almost said next week then, as we are a little bit over. But next week is something totally different. So we are going to get a little bit spooky and a little bit scary as we descend into a homebrewed one-shot of Call of Cthulhu, which I think I've already given the title away, but I have sort of titled Whispers of the Fog. So I will be your keeper of arcane lore for that session, joined by all of my wonderful players as new characters as we go a little bit spooky. So look out for that one just in time for Halloween, and then we will be back the following week for episode 70, and then I think it's Monster of the Week, and then we've got some surprises in store.
It's getting exciting.
Indeed. So lots coming up, folks. Thank you for all the support and all the chatter tonight. Chat's been popping off all evening, so thank you very much for that. Yes, thank you for the raid again. Anything else to add from anybody else?
Not at all. Looking forward to next week.
NPCs, Matt.
Yeah, oh yeah, well done for playing all of them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thanks, folks.
Really
It's all good.
looking forward to telling Danny about his new relationship. That's going to be awesome next week.
Yeah. Hope everyone's excited for that.
Amazing stuff. Danny is going to love that. Well, with that being said then, we have been the Malt and Magic crew. This has been episode 69 Giggity of Malt and Magic Campaign 2. We love you all. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.